All right, boys, we are live in 3, 2, 1. Fucking boom! Look at that new sexy layout, boy! Look at that shit. What up, everybody? Welcome to Rotation TV. I am your host, as always, Fat Man Panda Live. We got Mr. Sexy Shirtless Latin Jesus Tap Out Beast over here, and down below.
I still got my shirt on. I'm good.
It's not red though. I'm really thrown off by the fact that like everything is blue on your side tonight. That's very unusual. Very unusual.
I know.
Then we got the ever nasty Metallica loving Vic Nasty down here at the bottom with his fuzzy balls. What up, Mr. Nasty?
Hey, what to do? Metallica's actually going to be a part of a. There's a fundraiser going on. I think it's for
People have fun with Metallica. Fund. Oh, my bad. Yes, they do make money.
Yes.
Yeah, they do make money. They may not have fun, but they do make money.
I was gonna say, I think they still have some fun.
Robert Downey Jr. put up something on Instagram. I think it's one of his. Charities. So and I was looking for a nice shirt to wear, and I don't want to do a repeat, but it's the one that came up. It's the first repeat on stream. So shout outs to Metallica. Happy Friday the 13th, y'all.
It is Friday the 13th. That's what's up. So if the stream fucks up, we have an out this week. We have an out. Yo, tell that guy in the top right corner in the fight to take his shirt off.
Take his shirt off. It might happen tonight, yo. It might happen. Just hold tight.
No. Yeah, I heard you got a bottle for the stream tonight.
I did.
Did you? Can you prove it?
One of my
Picture it didn't happen.
I can't. I wish we would have, did the video, but we all ate way more than we needed to. But
that's apple juice. That's apple juice.
It's not even open yet, so fuck you.
That's apple juice. That's what it is. That's fucking apple juice.
Hater over
Prove me
here
wrong.
already.
Prove me wrong. Take a shot of it right now, straight.
Gee, I gotta. Now?
Now.
Damn it!
It's apple juice. It's fucking apple juice. What? She's not even gonna wince. He's gonna try to make it look like he's a man, like it's like apple juice has a fucking thing with it.
I mean, if I'm gonna take a swig, everybody else has got to take a swig.
Boy, I'm already loaded on deck. Let's get it. You the ones behind haven't even cracked the bottle yet.
You're right, which proves, motherfucker, it is not apple juice.
It's absolutely apple juice. It's apple juice. You even got chips in the chat line for you. It's apple juice.
Chips, if you had to
maybe
take
you
a
guys
shower,
can sing happy birthday all together because it's Friday the 13th.
See, look, he's like, I can vouch, it's not apple juice.
You got him to lie for you.
The 13th. Happy Friday the 13th.
I ain't even trying. I know better.
Friday the 13th. Dude, we were nailing it, dog.
Fucking Friday the 13th.
Hey, that's not bad.
The closest you'll ever see live on stream here.
Friday the 13th. No, the wife showed me to go outside and look at the sky. She said there's something weird going on with it.
Yeah, everybody's still out.
Yeah,
I told her at the stream tonight, if I get abducted the morning and I'm not here, just know it's because the alien's there.
That's funny. You know, if I'd realized it was Friday the 13th, I would have had a little fucking, like, Jason Voorhees in the background of our GIF, just, like, lurking behind a tree somewhere.
Oh, dude, she totally was like, are you guys going to do anything with the Jason mask? And I'm like, no, too late.
Yeah, we blew the wad.
Alex Trebek thing.
Yeah, it's Alex
And I'm
Trebek.
sorry, the Alex Trebek thing is on me. If you guys enjoyed it, put a thumbs up. But, what it was Connery unfortunately passed last week. Trebek unfortunately passed this week. And at the end of the day, it was a way to kind of meld the two. And I don't think that they were stiff people that they wouldn't have wanted to get a good laugh.
Not at all.
And for what I understand, they both were okay with the SNL skit. So, rest in peace, Alex Trebek. Rest in peace, Sean Connery. They didn't do that to each other in real life, but, contributed to the culture. It's one of the best running SNL skits ever.
Take Schwartz for 400, Schwartz.
Let me show you a finger.
I got a finger for you, Trebek.
This is the way he says his name, Trebek.
This shit was
Trebek.
Can we get some teats on screen or what? Man, you gotta talk to this guy, man. Ain't no one trying to see these tits. Oh, it's so hairy.
Look, and he's so sober right now.
So sober.
I'll use Destiny around for the apocalypse so far with Vic alien abduction.
Immediately, Nico's like, ooh. What up, Nico?
Hey, welcome, Nico.
That's funny as fuck.
What it do, my guy?
My cousin, isn't it past your bedtime right now? Jesus.
That's funny. So, guys, Welcome to Rotation TV. Tonight is the first official full episode of Hunting for Answers. This is the Hunting Party cast. Vic, I normally do the pleasure of getting to do it, but I'm throwing this shit on you tonight. Just fucking go over there. You tell him what it's about.
Yeah, he's gonna throw it on you.
So there's a hunting party. One of my most favorite jokes is by the most driest comedian ever, Mitch Hedberg, and he goes to a restaurant, and they put you on how many in your party? What's your name? So it's like they call for the party, Dufresne party of four, Dufresne party of four, and what you don't accept, they call for the next person. So it's like Falcon party of four. So his joke is that what happened to the Dufresnes? Why is nobody hunting for them?
Hunting party of four, finding the Dufresnes.
Falcon hunting party of four. So one of our shows that's coming up is called Hunting for Answers, as you all know. If you've been watching, those of you who are new here, we got a link tree in there. Get a click on that. Yeah, I don't want to mess it up. I might be able to do it. Nope. See, not messing with it. Yeah, somebody drop the link tree. AK, if you're in, drop the link tree for us, brother.
He's gonna block everybody.
Yeah,
just
for real.
ban every viewer.
Again. Hunting for Answers is a conspiracy theory concept. So tonight's cast, we're the hunting party because we're out here hunting for answers. We're going to be going down some rabbit holes. Disclaimer, we're not saying that we believe the things that we're about to talk about this evening. Some of them we do, some of them we don't.
But we believe.
If someone wants to put themselves out there, be my guest. There are a couple I'm going to kind of raise my hand to. But, this is all about conspiracy theories.
The earth is flat. I'm a believer.
Show me the edge.
I was going to take us all the way there, dude. The earth is fucking flat. There's an ice wall around the edge of it. Prove me wrong.
Goodness. So that's what we're doing, guys. Remember, please stay active in the chat. If this is your first time here, we really like to read what you guys have to say and talk about it. Disclaimer, Vic definitely believes in all of this. Yeah, and Nico's has been right there with me. Nico's has been there right there with me, like we're nodding heads with each other.
That's funny. Where's the subscription button on the Twitch, bros? We actually just put in for the affiliate stance, so we have everything prepped for it, but it's not available yet. You'll see it up here when they approve it. It'll be a thing.
We definitely give you the Cash App, though. You sent it to B.
Yeah. You want to throw some money? Like, hold on, bro. I got the Cash App on deck. Let's do this.
So, at the end of the day, what it means to hunt answers is to be open-minded to hearing something or concept. And again, what we propose, there's so many theories out there. It is what it is. Our first, where do we want to start? I mean, can I ask a question?
I mean, has it ever stopped you before?
Nope.
So, all of us know we lost Bruce Lee. Amazing actor, did his thing for the time that he was in, and it was a brain aneurysm, if my memory serves me correctly. But
cerebral
what the proposed,
edema.
It was cerebral edema. So brain aneurysm. Yeah, brain edema.
Big words.
Yeah. Big words. $7 words. Look at that.
$7.
I learned something.
So the thought and the theory is that Bruce Lee, because he wanted to go off to America to make movies, because what they did back then was they signed you up to these ridiculous contracts. Like, you had to sign up, like, so was the Tongs, if I'm correct. No, it was the Shaw Brothers, which were funded by the Tongs, from my understanding of it. Bruce wanted to break out of this contract because, it's just, they pump out movies, like, they have, once one movie ends, the next one begins. Like, they're just making movies and making movies. So he finally wants to break out, and he does Enter the Dragon, which is, it's kind of a joint, but Warner Brothers, I think, took the lead on it eventually. And he wanted to become an American star. And because they didn't want to lose him, it was one of those, we'd rather...
I'm sorry, the chat's killing me right now.
Yeah, he's really fucking with me. That's breaking my concentration.
I still didn't see that straight shot, so I'm still convinced it's apple juice.
I'm sipping on it right now. What are you talking
about?
about?
That's not a straight shot. See, there's a difference. You said it's shot.
Damn, I mean, come on. Like, it's been a very long time.
I've got at least that much alcohol in here. Let's go.
Staying lean this stream.
Let's go. Apple juice. See, I told y'all it's apple juice. Wow. It's because he can't hide it.
There it goes. Now you sip. First one goes down hard.
He didn't even flinch. That's how apple juicy it was. He's just
getting
the Coke for flair.
Nah, that's what that
that
is.
Green apple. That shit goes down smooth, bro.
That's that light. I found out a historical footnote on that Woodsford is like 48 proof, homie. No, it's like
No, 90 proof.
5% alcohol per volume. Yeah, it's 90 proof. So that's why you've been getting a little litty on it,
bro. That's not the same one though.
No,
that we
this
looked at.
this is the Maker's Mark. No, this is last week's where I got fucked. No, that Woodford has been a couple weeks ago.
Either way.
Yeah, no, last week this
That's
Maker's
shit.
Mark did some shit to me last week, so I'm going easy this week. That's why I still have half a fucking
I'm
bottle.
going easy regardless because,
Yeah,
I'm not trying to need a designated lifter to get me to bed.
You got one.
I promised Mrs. Panda that I would cut back.
You just roll him in the chair and roll him down to the bed.
That's essentially how last week was.
So what it was that supposedly Bruce Lee was taken out by the Tongs because he wanted to leave his contract with the Shaw Brothers, and they believe it was poison. Because he was found at a friend's house, right? A young lady.
Yep. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Give me a second. My
sure
keyboard hands are full with alcohol.
I'm pretty sure they said it was a hotel he was at.
Yeah, but he was with a chick. I had a dream that you lifted your shirt. Bruce Lee probably poisoned himself after that, after Chuck Norris ass whipping. Oh, come on, fam.
How you gonna do that? How you gonna throw that out there? How you gonna do
Really,
that?
Nico?
Nico's true Chuck Norris fuckboy. Sorry, I had to.
He died. Wow. We're going to be talking about Bruce Lee, and y'all are going to throw out a Mr. and Uncle
I ain't
Roger.
got
How
nothing to do
y'all?
with Bruce Lee. Uncle Roger all day long.
Saying, what up, Spin Dev? Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Said he died on July 20th. Oh. Queen Elizabeth Hospital to be found unconscious in his home here. So he was at his, he was at his LA house. And police said no foul play was suspected, but an autopsy would be performed. Kung Fu probably died of a brain anemia and an excess of fluid, which may have been caused by marijuana. The conspiracy death just got real, yo. This is one of those fucking. This is a red herring. This is a red herring for the war on drugs. He was sacrificed.
Dude, he was killed by pot. Really?
Bro, if you could die from a brain anemia from weed, I would not be sitting here. Y'all motherfuckers have watched me smoke no less than a quarter on fucking stream regularly before. Like, I was dead. DED.
See, they did suspect it was caused by a prostitute.
Really?
Wait, whoa, this escalated quickly. Fill me in? How did a prostitute come into the... Oh,
It might
okay.
have been that he flew from China and it was awesome. They knew the poison would last the amount of time. I'm telling you.
You were saying it was like some espionage shit? Like some fucking interview shit? Like you shake their hand, then all of a sudden, 72 hours later, you're foaming at the mouth?
My man's just perked up prostitute.
I was like, wait, where the fuck did we jump from a marijuana-related death to a prostitute? How the fuck did we go this left that fast? I was like, man, did I black out? Did I miss something here?
So, chat, let us know. Bruce Lee supposedly taken out. Do your research. Hunt for your answers.
For your answer. This one's interesting.
Hunt for your answers. No, I mean, we wanted to know about Hollywood conspiracies. Like,
I
can
do.
you guys think of any conspiracies in Hollywood, chat? Let us know. I don't buy this one.
So this is what I'm reading right now. It says when Chow arrived at the apartment, he couldn't rouse Lee. While not a doctor, he concluded that he was dead. Ting Pai was in shock, crying alongside Bruce. And then when Chow realized the great danger they faced, the biggest star in Hong Kong found in Ting Pai's apartment, he thought he would buy everyone time by inventing the story that Lee died at his home. So there's so many different stories, man. So the question is, what do you believe?
That's the one that I had heard.
Was fucking
that it was
killed.
Suspect.
Just like Cobain. Cobain didn't. Cobain. If there was that much heroin in Cobain's fucking body, he couldn't have got his toe on the trigger. Bruce Lee didn't kill himself. The two of them, someone took them both out. That's what it was. They were cultural, major, impactful cultural figures.
Ooh, I like that one in the chat. Spent Deaf. What about the Nickelodeon and Dan Schneider conspiracy?
Dan
What
Schneider?
conspiracy
Hold
is
on,
that?
which one's Dan Schneider? I know a couple of
Who is Dan
Nickelodeon
Schneider?
ones. Yeah.
What about the Nickelodeon and Dan Schneider conspiracy?
Dan Schneider created. Why are you taking it there, bruh? This is that dirty fuck that from Nickelodeon that's suspected of child pornography and shit like that. Because yeah, he did iCarly, Zoe 101, Drake and Josh, like that. Like, there's a whole bunch around him. Yeah, you all could do your own independent research on that sick shit.
Right.
Yeah, that one's a little rough. What about I have a little more? Well, I wouldn't say lighthearted. But I definitely have a cartoon conspiracy since we're talking Nickelodeon for a second.
Oh, what's that?
So has anyone ever heard the conspiracy behind the Rugrats? And yeah. So okay.
Okay, no, I didn't. I want to hear it.
So the conspiracy behind the Rugrats is that the Rugrats don't actually exist. They're all figments of Angelica's imagination. And yeah, so that Tommy and Dill were stillborns. That's why their heads are so big, and that's why Stu creates child toys. Is to kind of console himself with the pain of losing his children. What was it? Chucky actually died with his mom in the car crash, and that's why Chaz is such a nervous wreck. This is where it gets really dark, and I apologize if I offend anyone with this. I didn't write this, but this is part of it. Phil and Lil were actually an abortion. That Angelica, Angelica overheard the DeVals talking, and never got clarification if it was going to be a boy or a girl. So in her twisted, schizophrenic mind, she created the twins, a boy and a girl.
Oh, she has that fucking doll.
And the doll's supposed to be like a demon that controls her in her mind. Like that's why she can hear. Yeah, that's why she can hear Cynthia talk. And then Susie is everything that she aspires to be, a legit polar opposite of her in every way, and all of them figments of Angelica's imagination. It's crazy. There's a couple of them like that.
I feel this is the story they use the Satanic Temple.
Dude, have you heard the Ed, Edd and Eddie Purgatory theory? That one's some real shit, dude. That one makes a lot of sense, too. It's kind of crazy.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you have to look that up. Look up Ed, Edd and Eddie cul-de-sac purgatory theory. It's some fun shit to read. Dude, it's just... If you... I grew up on these shows, and then I grew up to be a dark, twisted individual.
Still, how are you making it this fucking twisted?
Bro,
You're not making it this twisted.
Ed, Edd and Eddie's is supposed to be that the cul-de-sac is purgatory, and it's the kids are trapped in different eras that they died. Like that Rolf was the first one. He's from the settlement time and was trampled by a cow. That's why you don't really see cows in his farm. That Eddie was from the Great Depression era, and that's why he's always trying to swindle people out of money and shit. He was drowned in a river.
Shit?
Yeah, dude, no, it gets real. Naz. Naz is one of the victims of I Am Sam. We were talking about that, she was one of the Summer of Sam victims. Yeah, it's
Anybody
crazy.
can think up a story if they want and connect fake dots.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just saying. SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents has some weird theories. Yeah, the Fairly Odd Parents is that what is it? Cosmo Wonder, Zoloft and Prozac. They're fucking they're his antidepressants. There's some crazy
ones. To my childhood,
dude. I'm destroying it. Did you see the zombie outbreak meme going, the little comic strip meme of Patrick going around on the internet right now? It's fucking sick, dude. It's Patrick is this the blob essentially. He's just opening up and consuming everyone from Bikini Bottom, just eating them and just melting them the way that starfish actually have the external digestion. It's got this fucking beefy ass fucking Squidward, Rambo Squidward and Rambo Sandy trying to kill him off. It's fucking hilarious. It's great. This is what Panda does with his free time. This is I smoke weed and I look at shit like this. What do you want from me?
Well, people talking about connecting fake dots, so this is another one that we're gonna probably catch, a lot of skeptics on.
Ooh, let's do it.
That the set of The Exorcist was cursed.
Yo, I was actually looking up some shit on that a couple weeks ago.
So was I. And that was the one thing I was I gotta do it because my family, for some reason, they hate that fucking movie.
Well, it's because it's based off of a real exorcism case from 10, 15 years before in Maryland. It made major press in the Washington Post and shit, and then the creator of The Exorcist drew the inspiration for it from that true story. And supposedly the curse carried on because he was still spreading the fucking word of the demon.
Yes, the set of The Exorcist is a bit fucked up, and Man, there was just so much shit going on. Like, apparently, like, a woman had a miscarriage and blamed it on that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at one of the first showings of it, she got so scared she had a miscarriage in the theater.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
People have actually vomited and threw up and shit. And it was protested in some cities and banned in parts of the United Kingdom. Groups were waiting in line outside theaters. Sometimes broke out. You would swear it was like the Popeye's chicken. But broke out into violence. Yeah, so
see if you can find the name of the actors that died, like the 3 actors that died in the movie.
9 people died. 9 people involved with the movie died.
Well, I'm talking about specifically. There was 3 actors that on screen their characters died. Then shortly after their scenes were shot or post production, they died.
you know there was one person that actually like killed people on set or some shit.
I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, I guess those are the people that died. I don't know.
Was it the other 6 nasty? Was there a
no.
murder?
So the exit. First to die was actor Jack McGowan, who played the fictional director Burt Dennings.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was. There were 2 more, but yeah, no actors.
There was a man who played a nurse in the film, killed a reporter before The Exorcist was released. He was quick to confess the crime, but couldn't provide police a motive for why he did it. The nigga was possessed.
Yeah, there was like a priest that showed up and like gave Father Karras like a real medal. Like I think the medal that he has is a real medal that was given to him by a priest that was like, "Yo, you need to have this protection." There were fires on the set. Like there was
like you fucking with some shit, bro. Fucking with some shit.
You know. So what do we have in the chat? That's like Macbeth.
Mora says some paranormal entities survive through their stories, not necessarily through locations of their death. Talking like the Babadook. Like this is like the Babadook.
Oh, what's her name? Linda
Blair.
Yeah, Linda Blair. You said the actress who, yeah, she's admitted that some shit happened. Or somebody, I think the stunt double broke her back. Like it's.
Oh yeah, no, she was in the scene where she was being thrown down, and like she actually like got really badly hurt, and like still like to this day complains about it. Yeah, absolutely.
They use real skeletons too. Oh no, you're talking about Poltergeist only.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely Poltergeist with the real skeletons.
If you're talking about the skeletons, that's Poltergeist.
But how you gonna throw a hard butt in the chat? What do you have to follow that? But
anything after the word "but" is bullshit.
Anything Nico says is bullshit.
She was the movie that made fun of The Exorcist. Yeah, but the one with fucking Leslie Nielsen.
There's a couple of them that made fun of The Exorcist.
But the crazy thing is, with all the cursed bullshit, it was still one of the highest grossing films of all time.
Absolutely, man.
So this day,
Death and sex sell.
Yeah.
Yes, I gotta admit that shit.
Like it's both. If you can get them hand in hand, like, there's the 80s.
But I saw it super young. I was super desensitized.
Yeah.
Super desensitized by it.
No, I've seen a lot about that set being cursed, and like there's a lot of like shit out there that's supposed to be cursed like that. Like the conspiracy behind Caveman in New York, like the one that Farley was supposed to do before he died, and like 5 or 6 other people have died that have been attached to that script. There's a couple things that are just like random like that in Hollywood. This is why we need nipples on here. Sex sells. I keep telling Beast.
Dude, no, because actually he was actually calling out. You know what I'm saying? Vic on this one. Because he put, I gotta give my cousin credit for this one. He's like, I'd like to connect the dots with that guy in the black nipples. Wait.
Pretty sure he's talking about you, bro.
Yeah.
It ain't me, because I'm not wearing black.
Oh, talking about other Hollywood conspiracies, what about like the ultimate Hollywood conspiracy? What about Stanley Kubrick?
That one is that's the one I like. So we did the lunar cast.
No. Sorry, I got a guest popping up here.
We did the lunar cast and we talked all about the moon. So we're not going to talk about us not landing on the moon tonight. The theory is that we did land on the moon, but that Stanley Kubrick had shot another version of the moon landing. So what we saw was the Hollywoodized version of the moon landing. That it was shot exactly how they claim it was shot, inside of a water tank. Yeah, it was a big water tank. And that, that's why the physics look like they do, because the NASA had access to these cameras that he wanted for his next movie because he wanted to do these ultra wide shots. The movie's called Barry Lyndon.
I was about to ask what the name of that. Barry Lyndon? Okay.
Yeah, Barry Lyndon. I think it's Barry Lyndon. It's like a 3-hour movie broken into 2 parts. These are these really beautiful angles. Like in terms of the cinematography, it's up there with The Shining. Like it's beautiful.
Well, speaking of The Shining, though, isn't The Shining supposed to be like his little telltale of himself that he shot? They faked a move landing. Like there's like little subtles like Danny's sweater and stuff like that.
Yeah, Danny's sweater. The way that the whatchamacallit done the room 237. The numbers actually. It's a reference to it. Damn, I forgot about that portion of the fucking
Lot
thing.
237 where it was filmed, shit like that.
Yeah. All this kind of crazy shit. But that the people that were involved, I think it was like 5 or 6 people involved in total. Rumsfeld knew about it. What's his name? Nico. What's the one who talks funny?
Peace Starter 82 says that
Kissinger.
guy Dirty D knows what he's talking about. Man, I just want you to take off your shirt, man. When are you finally going to give the viewers what they want? It's our biggest holdback anymore on camera. You just won't take off your shirt.
I see that.
Viral.
But I got a question for you. So the Stanley Kubrick. So you said that he made an alternate
moon landing.
But the moon landing we saw was shot by Stanley Kubrick. That's the theory.
Yeah, not that we didn't land on the moon, but what we were shown of us landing on the moon.
So wouldn't that be like the very beginning or the very first alternate ending type of shit?
How do you mean alternate ending? Expand.
Like, well, I mean, okay, so it's saying that we didn't land on the moon. Like, we really didn't land on the moon. That it was all shot. Right?
No. We're saying that we did land on the moon, but what the American public, what the world saw from America landing on the moon wasn't actually us landing. That was a Hollywood set. And that we released the theory is that we released the Stanley Kubrick footage because they were afraid of what would actually be seen when they land on the moon. That goes into the Neil Armstrong, there's a fucking space parking lot on the dark side of the moon and shit like that. But the theory is we actually did land, but we didn't release the real footage. The footage we saw was something that Stanley Kubrick shot in order to Hollywood it up and make it kosher and safe for people to see.
So why would they cover it up if there was nothing out there to see?
Space parking lots, bro. Neil Armstrong talked about it. There's aliens on the dark side of the moon. They're watching.
What happened if they would have landed there and the first camera caught an alien? I'm just saying hypothetically. Let's just say aliens did exist, right?
Well, who says they don't? Who says they don't? That's my question.
That's a bigger theory.
Who's that small-minded that thinks we're the only one out here? Like, come on now.
Yeah, the universe.
Beast takes off the hat to show how small his mind is.
The universe is entirely too big.
Yeah. I'm starting to get really hot. I'm drinking. I'm like, that's the one thing I can't stand about drinking is that the room gets really hot. So
take another shot. We might get your shirt off.
At the end of the day, what I'm saying is that the universe is entirely too big for us to be the only sentient life.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Just to get out of our galaxy, you can never get out of our galaxy at the speed in which our spaceships fly. You can't get out of our solar system. The speed of which spaceships fly now.
Oh no, I'm going to re-reference this whole conversation later in the podcast because I've got something for you motherfuckers.
But let's say they landed on the moon and the first thing the cameras caught were aliens. What would that have done to the public? Think about War of the Worlds. War of the Worlds was what, 30 years earlier?
Mm-hmm.
That shit was that was just a radio play.
The Orson Welles shit that caused mass hysteria? Yeah, absolutely.
People lost their fucking minds. Like, if you want to know a reason why the government would cover it up.
I'm sorry.
That's your reason right there. You see what happened with War of the Worlds, where they thought aliens had fucking landed and people lost their shit. So when Roswell happens, you already know what happens when people think an alien's coming. It's a weather balloon.
Come on.
It's a weather balloon. If there was a reason, that would be the reason why. It's because the public can't handle it.
I think we're ready. I think we're ready. Aliens just need to go ahead and step forward. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Let's just
my concern is that the country unites against the aliens at that point. Just because
I've said this forever. If you want world peace, you have to give humans something else to fight. We will stop fighting each other when we can kill something else. That's just how it works.
Country turns purple. The country turns purple. No more red, no more blue. It's just purple. Oh my goodness.
This is exactly how it'll be. Immediately, man. Fuck that dude. He's green or gray and tall and fucking. They took your jobs.
That 4-finger having fucking took our job.
I know what we'll do. We'll just fuck them to death.
We don't take 2 kind of the four-finger folks come around here.
Wow, pulled again.
Well, I didn't mean it that way. Aliens supposedly have four
Yeah, it's a
fingers.
fucking
You know what I'm
backtrack. So let me clarify this statement real quick.
I got my first yellow card for the night.
Stop
I
the
was warned.
stream. I want to see teats. Bro, you gotta try harder.
Oh, man.
Come up with some new material. Drop some money or something for
Bro,
him. You
you're
gotta
fucking
cash
carrying
out.
on a whole conversation about man boobs.
Yeah, man. There are other channels on this service that service your needs, my guy. It'll
Or
probably
you
be
could just wait on the
after we're done
OnlyFans.
streaming.
It'll be there eventually. It'll just be Beast cleaning the house and a man thong and little nipple tassels.
So at the end of the day, Beast, I mean, that the videos we saw, is it conceivable that we would want to have a backup in the can? That somebody could shoot it? The moon landing.
Come on, Mr. Skeptic. Oh, we don't
You're
hear
on mute.
nothing. Yeah, you're done. You're done. Ain't no one hear any of your bullshit. No.
Yeah,
No, I'm
nobody
still
yet.
here. I'm still here.
Okay, now
Oh,
we hear
okay. So
Nobody
what
heard
would
it?
you s-
No.
No, we didn't hear the first part.
No, I was saying, I was like, I would understand and agree with that. I can get it. I get it now.
I mean, it's conceivable. Again, I'm not saying that this is the case,
I am.
but that's a pretty, I mean, granted, I'm not saying we didn't land on the moon, but to fly the way we did with the equipment that we did to get there, to land, to perfectly have the camera set there and make it through with re-entry and everything else, like, it's a lot, man.
How is
You're
Neil-
right,
you're right.
How is Neil
I
Armstrong
mean,
the
to have
first
that
man
kind
on
of
the moon if someone else had
to
the
have
camera
that
out?
kind of thought process, you know what I'm saying? Especially back then and then in that time frame. I get it. You're right.
No, well, I'm not right. I'm just proposing that.
No, I'm saying I'm agreeing with you. Is what I'm saying.
We need a
It's called
ticker.
science. Yes, I've seen the science behind it. Like, I'm not telling you I'm the conspiracy theories. Man, I'm all about the science of it. We talked about that last week. I don't know if you got to see that part. But, okay, and the bigger part of the theory, because I want to wrap this one up. But it is the biggest one in Hollywood, if you think about it, because Disney was behind it. Like, there's a whole thing. Like, Walt Disney was excited about the project. He shot 2001, which was an amazing fucking space movie for the time and the technology that they had. And, at the end of the day, there's that audio. Banda brought it up. That audio was the scariest shit. So 6 people supposedly shot it with Kubrick. Kubrick went into hiding. They had let these other 3 dudes go, but then Nixon, they pretty much made the call that these dudes needs to be taken out. And one was burned in a fire.
Yep.
One died
Yep.
supposedly with a gunshot, out of nowhere. 3 dudes literally died within 10 years of it being done. Even though they were promised they could go live other lives, like go do your own thing. They
It was
just
a
like,
Clinton
nope, we can't leave
conspiracy
you out
before
there,
the
your liability.
Clintons.
And if you look at the Rumsfeld video, if you look at the video with Kissinger, and then another big dude was there, they all kind of like, they don't really deny. So that's an interesting one. Again, never going to say we didn't potentially land on the moon. I think man is capable of great things. It's just interesting we haven't gone back.
Cause something was up there, bro. Space parking lot. I'm telling you, it's what it is. Space parking lot on the other side with the observatory. They're watching us. They see everything we're doing. You take a piss in the dark and they can zoom in on your
Hollow
dick.
moon.
Hollow
moon.
No,
You know how
it's
that
just a
goes.
fucking moon.
The hollow
Hollow
moon.
moon.
Dude, it fucking echoed. Why did it echo?
It echoed.
Okay, so is there proof that it echoed?
I'm sure we can find it. Hold on.
Yes.
Give me a minute.
Oh my god.
Yes. There were seismic meters that were placed inside of the moon that we could read. And then I'm pretty much sure that he can pull it up. He'll find it.
I am pulling
You're
it up.
pretty much sure, but you're not 100% sure.
That it rang like a bell? No, I'm 100% sure.
Moon rings like a bell. There's no videos. Why can there not be a video of it? God damn
A
it!
bunch
I
of
just want a
ancient
video.
alien shit. I mean, there's not gonna be any video of that.
Yeah, but
That
this
shit
is
exists.
2020. Why don't we have videos of a fucking echo on the moon? God damn it! This is the
bullshit.
fucking future.
Why
This is
can't I have
fucking
the
bullshit.
JFK video? What the fuck?
I'm
Get a
saying
drone for that?
nobody's invented time travel yet. We can't go back and get a first-hand point. Like, can't see who was on the grassy knoll.
Hey, listen.
There is pictures of how it could work though, what it would look like. So we're gonna pull a little. Oh, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
I'm telling you, I know. Hold on, I should have it in one of my.
Hollow
I should
moon
have it from the lunar.
hypothesis or space moon proposes the Earth's moon is either a wholly hollow, otherwise contains a substantial interior space. So scientific evidence exists to support this idea. Seismic observations, and other data collected since spacecraft event began to orbit or land on the moon indicate has a thin crust, excessive mantle, and small dense core, although overall it is much less dense than Earth.
Between 1972 and 77, seismometers were installed on the moon by the Apollo missions recording moonquakes. They then crashed the launching gear. So the LEM, when it goes back up, it separates. So once it gets into orbit, it lets it go, and then that's what reconnects with the main ship. They would crash it back in, and the 2 times that they crashed it, it straight up went and the seismometers that were installed on the moon rang for like 3 hours.
Nico, I don't think he's saying we didn't go back. I think he's more elaborating on why we've stopped going back. Because we had went back multiple times since the initial landing.
It was too expensive. I get it.
Yeah.
It was pomp and circumstance. I understand why you didn't want to spend that money. There was a crack epidemic going on, and you could just do the space shuttle. But you would have tried to find a way.
They had to move the money from NASA into formulating crack to release into the inner city. That's just how it worked.
Well, the CIA takes that money, doubles that money, and gives it back to NASA. It's a good scheme. We could have been back at the moon had the government did it right. But oh no.
Don't want to listen to the drug dealers in the world.
Don't legalize it.
Oregon did.
Try to say
Oregon fucking did. Oregon legalized the shit out of it.
Every state that it was on a ballot on this year, though, it went through it. So, amen to that.
Legalize it, man.
Amen to that.
So yeah, we can move off the Kubrick. We can come back to the hollow moon and like the space parking lot. We can do that another day. I do want to talk about another weird one that's kind of like in line with this though. It goes into movies since we're talking about Hollywood. Let's talk about MIB for a minute. Like the Men in Black. Like there's a lot of sides. Like yeah, there's a whole movie about it with a little fucking flashy thing and the aliens and all that. But there's like a whole real conspiracy side to it. Like people in black suits. Yeah, it's predictive programming as fuck.
Like real thoughts on what I'm saying, the Men in Black being in the field and everything like that.
Kind of. Well, keep in mind, like the Will Smith movies that we saw, those are based off of a comic, like the Men in Black comics series.
Okay.
But there is like a real Men in Black conspiracy of like men in black suits, unidentified, popping up and like taking people, and like not hearing from them again and shit like that. So yeah, it's like a whole thing, dude.
Yeah, no, it's some creepy shit. But it's life imitating, it's art imitating life to an extent, and that's the predictive programming in that. Another Hunting for Answers concept, guys. We'll be going deeper into that on Hunting for Answers. Don't forget to follow Rotation TV. Someone drop the link tree.
There's books about it. There's a book on Amazon, The Real Men in Black Evidence.
I was thinking the same thing, Amor. It's called the CIA. They kidnapped.
Nah, it's not. No. This is bigger than the CIA.
Bigger
than the CIA.
It's like It's like here's the CIA, here's the Illuminati, like right in here in the middle grounds, the Men in Black. Like somewhere in that middle grounds, the Men in Black.
Here's the apex of the pyramid. You're still about here in the scheme. You get all the way to the top.
It's like the deep web. You know that there's a bunch of shit on there. You just can't quite prove what it is. You know what I mean?
There was a group called Majestic 12. They put together 12 dudes. Umbrella Academy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the dudes, the Majestic 12. Like they handled anything that had to do with that. It was called Project Blue Book, and they literally, it breaks down the whole entire, how many species there are, the Greys, the Nords, the reptiles.
The reptiles.
There's like 12 different.
Miley
and then they
Cyrus is a
have
reptile
like files
person.
that claim to have it's called extra. What is it? Extraplanetary officers. So basically, Space Force before Space Force.
Can I be an extraplanetary officer?
Yeah, totally. I am one right now.
Are you?
Yeah.
I found one of the videos. I found it. It's a BuzzFeed.
One of them walking through.
But it's a BuzzFeed video. We're so getting in trouble for putting it up.
I hate you.
Look at these fucking douches talking. Give me the video. Hold on, I'm scanning. Give me a minute. Give me the goddamn video. Where's the one we want? I saw it.
But the Men in Black are a lot more nefarious. Like they don't go by cool names like J and K.
No, they go by like "fuck you" and get in the car.
Number 1, number 2.
Here it is. Here's the famous video. Hold on. Hope it's the right.
You hear
Hey, it is the right scene. I did it right. Look at that. I'm getting better. Look at these motherfuckers. Look at these little fucking Men in Black motherfuckers walking through. Black ass trench coats. Little fedoras on. Super pasty pale white skin. They're aliens, bro. They're fucking aliens.
They're like the smoking man in the X-Files.
Dude, they're the mysterious strangers from fucking Fallout.
Fact. That's what the mysterious strangers do after the end of the world.
They just go the Men in Black after the nuclear fallout. They just go around helping random people popping up. But nah, bro.
Nah, I think they get enslaved, like some kind of perk.
You see that shit? You see how pasty and white they are? You see it?
So did it ever? I mean, did it ever occur to you that maybe they got two guys just walking around with a fedora, the trench coat, the shirt and tie, and just walking around just fucking with people?
Never once.
No, these might not be them. I'm just telling you that people have said that they've had run-ins with these people.
There's books on it, bruh.
There's people that claim that they've had to interact with the Men in Black.
Those motherfuckers pop up at their door in the middle of the night. Says you've seen some shit. You seen it with your own eyes. What is that, like the silence in Doctor Who? That's a good little metaphor for it.
Exactly, like the silence.
When I just found out the moon is shrinking.
Oh, if you're a Whovian, let's go.
Let's
go.
This is where I would tap out.
Tara Ella, if you are a Whovian, let's go.
Speaking of Tara, did you really cut your hair?
It's all gone.
Gang.
Every bit of it. She's bald. You see the new tattoo?
Gang.
Gang.
Wow.
It looks good though.
Doctor.
It looks good.
He can't say it looked good. Someone had to point it out to him. That's why. Did you cut your hair? He pulled the full guy thing. He didn't even notice.
I saw it I saw it online. I'm like, yo, she really cut her hair like off, like just.
You didn't notice it in the meeting the other night? I just pointed it out there.
Those windows are small, man.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
I don't know if you noticed, but I do need. I gotta wear glasses. I'm blind as a fucking bat.
Old. Is that what I heard? Old.
I'm old.
You just said it.
Old.
So she's not bald. No, she's not bald.
No, she's not bald. She's not bald.
She's not. Just buzzed. It looks good though. It does look good.
It really does. I can't even front.
I'm saying it out of earnest. He's saying it because he feels guilty he didn't notice it. There's a difference.
I was on medicine, so I can't, I have my excuse.
That's hilarious.
All right, fuck you, Josh. Anyway, so let's go ahead and move forward real quick because I believe that might be conspiracy. You know what I'm saying, over anything else. I would believe that there is, you know what I'm saying, a Men in Black. I would say that I would believe that way over the whole we're in the Matrix.
Really? My ass. Men in Black is so much more far-fetched than the Matrix. And the two could run hand in hand. Maybe Men in Black is Mr. Smith.
Oh, God, here we go.
Oh, boy. Don't get me started.
Mr.
Anderson.
I can't do it.
I'm telling you, the Men in Black are the Mr. Smiths of this Matrix. That's what it is. Just one day, they're going to come up to you and be like, Mr. Rubiani, we need you to come with me.
They did that years ago, right before I got arrested.
different suits. They wear different ties.
Yeah,
they wear different ties.
White and green. A badge.
Like, been there, done that, got the t-shirt.
Wow.
Thank you.
I'm just saying, like, I would believe the whole Men in Black versus the Matrix. If that's the case, fucking wake me up, because this is a horrible dream.
Yo,
no, you don't want to be woken up, homie.
I don't know. I don't know. That's a hard line. Like, would you?
It is.
Would you? Because, like,
really?
Let's take it like the Matrix. No, hold on. Let's take it like the Matrix.
We're being run by someone in orange.
Wait, what? Who's in
orange?
We're
being run by our country's being run by someone who fucking looks orange. Like, wouldn't you want to wake up?
I mean, dude, we're in fucking Willy Wonka land, man. We're ran by the
Well, technically, for another 82 days.
Wow, he's already counting. He's got January 20th, like an advent calendar on there.
My number's off. Hey, I just
On January 20th, he opens up the last one. It's a little troll with blonde hair, and he just throws it in the garbage. Moves on.
I just need him to say the words eventually.
Sorry, yes, we'll probably wake up to a worse world. Like, wonder what the fuck did we just do? Like, why did I wake up?
Nah, dude.
So now it's not just the aliens parked outside to abduct me tonight. Now it's going to be the Secret Service kicking at my door. If you guys don't see me tomorrow, now there's 2 possible places I could be. Look for your boy.
Guantanamo Bay or on some fucking spaceship. Just walking back, limping for next week. Like, I don't want to talk about it.
Well, my worries is that the spaceship takes me to Guantanamo.
Oh my god. But nah, bro. Like, on the line of like the Matrix shit, bro. Like I'm not letting this one drop. This is my series. All right, getting you to believe in the Matrix. All right. So you say you'd wake me up. Well, like let's just go to the rules of the movie for a minute because that's the best example. That's just the best example out there. Let's go to the rules of the movie. You eat a steak now. That steak is delicious. Steak is just immaculate. It's what you want. It's what you crave. But how do you know that steak tastes like steak? How do you know that when you get out of this motherfucker, it's not just a whole bunch of fucking gruel that looks like goddamn grits, like watery ass grits in a bowl like they had?
So I'm going to say this. I'm going to take a sip of my apple juice.
Is it really though, or is it just the code?
The Matrix is telling me that it's apple juice.
It is.
Mommy's special apple juice. Daddy's special apple juice.
So I want to ask this: if this is the case, okay, if we're in the Matrix, okay, and you know, it is what we want it to be. I don't want to be fat.
Well, it's on you, bro. Your character decisions.
Apparently, but I mean, you know, that's like, you know, why I got no good credit. Because if that was the case, you know, I'd have a fucking fast ass car.
Dude, no, it's just like the credit thing is just like your person had like he didn't understand the mechanics of the game before character creation. Let's just put it that way.
I was about to say now you make it sound like it's The Sims.
I'm just saying,
dude. What was it? San Andreas?
So now we're talking about GTA.
Yeah.
Great.
No, think about this though. You had a character. This is the first time in a video game that you had to feed your character. You had to work out. If you didn't work out, but you kept feeding him, he got fat. Bitch. Or you could hack the gym and you could hit that shit as hard as you could and work your muscles as hard as you could. And there's people that do that in real life right now.
Yes.
That you can eat differently. So what you choose to put in your body chemically, you know, and we're talking like vitamins and shit like that. You can make alterations. You know, it's biohacking. It's basically analog biohacking. Instead of putting that chip in and making that chip do everything 10 years from now, dude, you could literally, life is, I don't want to say life is like a game, but
life is like a game, dude. No, life is 100% like a game. Like,
why did my son just call me Bender? What the fuck?
He did. He said he's a glitch like Bender off of Futurama.
My point is this.
And I'm the one drinking. He's the one fucking sitting there fucking spitting out different cartoons. Shit.
I look at it like this, man. We've seen too much coincidence to not just with rotation. We've seen so much coincidence. Just how at what point is it? What point is it beyond the realm of okay?
What point is it beyond coincidence?
What's your burning bush moment? We question it, but you know, more times than not, because of the synchronicity of it, call it the laws of attraction. That still doesn't imply that we're not in a simulation.
And like just outside of that, look at people that just seem to have a natural knack of getting ahead and being able to like stay on that inside curb, like or influencers, like whatever you may want it to be, like Fortune 500 fucks. Like, dude, that's just exploiting mechanics. I've said that for the longest time. Like, once you can find the mechanics of the game you're playing, you can exploit them and level up. And like, dude, it's like, don't get me wrong, there's another piece of this podcast that's going to kind of talk about that a little bit more. But like, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's so much that leads to this could be part of a simulation. This could be part of the Matrix, whatever fucking analogy you want to make it. Like, so much presents itself. What would it take? Because there's no way to undeniably disprove it. So what would it take to get you to lean a little more in that? Like,
prove it.
There's no way to disprove it either. It's like religion. I'm just saying, it's you and I can go into that one.
Absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I mean, there's no way to prove whether we are in the Matrix or whether we are not in the Matrix. If that's the case, it fucking sucks at the end of the day.
The processor's just too high to glitch out. We just can't. We just can't hit the end of the server, bro. Like, I mean, look at like Rick and Morty. Like when they were put into that one simulation, they were able to run to the end of the server and be able to get out of the simulation.
There was another movie. The Truman Show, was it?
Yeah, where he sailed out and met the fucking end of the wall. Like his whole fucking world was casted for him, from his parents to his best friend. It was all part of a fucking TV show.
You know what I'm saying? And they found a way to prove that shit. And I mean, his favorite thing to say was, "What was it? Good morning, and if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night." Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, the love of his life was.
She was an
fake.
actress. Yeah, it was an actor.
Yeah. Okay, so I would shit.
So what you're saying is, to prove it to you, we'd have to hit the edge of the procedurally generated map. We'd have to hit the wall.
Fucking brick wall. Let that bitch open up. I mean,
so I'm gonna throw it out to you like this. Then, you know, I'm a gamer. Like that's I'll always. And we're talking about the Matrix. There's a game called No Man's Sky.
Apparently, my son's your kryptonite because you guys can't seem to
dude
shoot shit.
At all. Oh my god, I don't know
because
how.
I swear to God, it's funny. The both of you separately, individually, do great on fucking shooter games. Like this guy will sit there. I'm like, yo, he's like, Dad. No, let me get into this character. He's like, Dad.
The Eric Estrada voice.
He's like, can I keep going? It's like 1:30. I'm like, listen, you got till 2. It's just when we die, you know what I'm saying? I'll stop. I'm like, all right. This motherfucker wakes up the next morning. I'm like, what happened? What time did you go to bed? He's like, 3:30. You set me up. Like, you rat bastard. He's like, we just didn't die. No, bitch, you kept going. You knew.
You were on a streak. When you're on a streak, you don't break the streak.
Bro, and he keeps going.
But somehow me and him don't fucking get that. Me and him get in and can't get 2 kills for fucking match. It's fucking bullshit.
You guys cancel each other out. Like, what the fuck? So what are you going to blame? The Matrix?
I'm going to blame playstyles on that one. That's what I'm going to blame. But no,
the fact that you got a PC and he's got a PlayStation right now, right?
No. That wouldn't actually hit it on this particular game. But, no, dude, like, to my point. Like, you're talking about hitting the wall. So, like, there's a game called No Man's Sky. It's, like, renowned for being as wide as the ocean, but as deep as a puddle. It's procedurally generated, multiple galaxies and universes within it, extra dimensions in there. You go through a black hole and open up to a whole new procedurally generated fucking universe. If we can create that now with something like this fucking PC, what makes you think what's hooked us up isn't equal or better? So hitting that wall would be virtually impossible. Because in that game, hitting that wall is virtually impossible. Hitting to the end of Universe 0 out of like fucking 1 million is fucking almost ridiculous. And like ours could be the same. So like what outside of smacking your fucking face into a procedurally generated wall at the end of the map could serve as some type of purpose? And this is like, I don't fully believe it. We talk shit about it. We act like we believe it 100%. I don't fully believe it. Like, you know, shit's too real. Shit's too real to be generated. But it's also too coincidental for it to be happenstance. So that's where the middle ground finds. So like what could sway you?
Like I said,
hitting some form of wall, something tangible is what could sway you.
Exactly. You got it. Okay. I can't sit there and say, show me proof. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, at the end of the day, I am a man of faith. You know what I'm saying? I do have a faith. I'm not going to sit there and say I'm religious. You know what I'm saying? But I have my belief. But I'm also open-minded because the shit that I saw today, I was like, that fucking makes a hell of a lot more sense.
A lot of it, right? I'm really excited to get to that piece of this.
So am I. I can't even believe that I would say that. But I'm very open-minded when it comes to shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? But The Matrix, no. Sorry.
Teach his own.
Great movies. Keanu. 2 thumbs up.
Keanu.
You know what I'm saying? I can't wait for part 4.
What about theories like the Alice in Wonderland theory? Like being able to bridge universes?
I think you have to be high off your ass to come up with that kind of shit. Like, okay, you know, kids, don't try this at home.
Or do.
Specifically my son. But
or do.
I remember the first time I ever did ecstasy. And it took like 1 hour and 45 minutes for me to feel the effect. And I think it was because I was expecting it. Either that or I had a high tolerance back then too. And there we go. Hey, no drugs. So I remember that I went into the mirror and I'm like, man, I don't feel this shit. And I realized that I looked kind of like a different color, like a little more pale than normal. And I felt like I stretched my face and I'm like, oh, I'm feeling this shit, and that was the last thing I remember. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that was my Alice in Wonderland. That moment that I went down this whole fucking you felt like, you know what I'm saying, emotions and feelings and like to like this.
What's an empathy drug?
Yeah,
it was used for marriage counseling and shit.
From what I heard was back in the day they used to use that shit for counseling. I'm like, that's fucking smart. That's fucking insanely intelligent. Like, you want this guy to feel what you're feeling, man? I got you. Like, pop this pill. Look at there, just chill back for like 30 minutes. Hey, what are you feeling? And then she goes in, and he's like, I'm so sorry.
Peaches and I do a trip every couple of years together just to like calibrate, like just to
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. No, that's
like
a thing. Yeah, it's a good legit thing. Like Peaches and I do like a mushroom trip minimal every few years together, just to like.
All right, so I need someone who's going to do a trip with me so I can understand what the fuck y'all are feeling.
I mean, dude, I'm more than happy to trip with you. I'm more than happy to, dude. I'll break out the bass guitar. Nah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. We go walk around town, look at the neons.
Try that one day.
No, you gotta be in person for that one. Gotta be in person for that one.
Yeah,
but no, like, so it's funny you said that about the drugs with Alice in Wonderland, because like, you know that there's like a CIA experiment right now where they're mapping out the dream world by dosing people with heavy amounts of DMT.
Hold on, time out. Tara, you said you'll babysit the shit out of us for that?
Let's do it.
We'll do that.
Let's fucking do it.
So that'll be a long ass podcast.
Nah, dude, nah. Mushrooms and me, we go for like 8-9 hours, and like nobody needs to witness that long of me.
Yeah, nah, you can't be on stream on shrooms. That ain't.
I mean, we can, just not that long. DMT is nuts, though. Like I was saying, they're mapping out the dreamscape by dosing agents with high amounts of DMT and having them document what they're seeing on the other side. Like,
what the fuck? Who signs up for? Where do you?
I would so sign the Unabomber. The Unabomber signed up for some shit like that at Harvard in the fucking 70s.
You said the Unabomber signed up for this shit?
Yeah, you didn't know that shit about the Unabomber?
Dude, yeah. I don't even know the Unabomber's name.
Ted. No, it's fuck.
No, it is
Kaczynski?
Ted. Yeah,
it's Ted Kaczynski.
Ted Kaczynski. So he was an underage genius that got through fucking Harvard at like a really young age, like 14, 15. Got put into the MK Ultra trials, and like his code name was Lawful because he was so fucking like straight edge and straight laced and shit. Came out, started teaching mathematics at Berkeley. Left Berkeley, went to this little fucking shack in the middle of Montana, went nuts from isolation and all the fucking testing that was done on him, and fucking started mailing out bombs everywhere. Became the Unabomber. The only reason he got caught was because his fucking his brother recognized his handwriting from one of the manifestos. Like, no, dude, I know this handwriting. It's my brother. But nah, dude, like, people sign up for these fucking things. Like, and the crazy thing is that was out of Harvard, like the most prestigious school in America, and like they picked an underage prodigy and started running these fucking tests on him. Imagine what that man could have done if that wouldn't have happened. So like, shit's happening now, and like they're doing it with DMT in order to map out the dreamscape and in order to map out an alternative reality. It's fucking insane, dude. And like, I've done DMT, and like the closest thing I could explain to it was a different reality, like part of the quantum realm. Like, dude, I saw shit didn't trail, shit didn't drag like it does on acid or shrooms. No, dude, shit fucking multiplied, kaleidoscoped. If I looked at you and turned my head, there was 20 of you that fell out of you. Then I.
So what you're describing is something out of the movie Doctor Strange. Gotcha.
More than that, dude. Like, so you've seen Stranger Things, right?
No.
You never watched Stranger Things? Dude, Millie Bobby Brown? What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Hop?
Liverpool fan.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So, like, Stranger Things portrays the upside down in like a way that I saw the world on DMT. It's like this weird fucking like purplish blue overtone to everything, and then like shit was like I said, multiplying. I would see different like variations. I've talked about it on stream before. But that's happening now, and is like being like documented, mapped out. What these people are seeing, like a whole different realm, is being mapped essentially. How they're putting it together, I have no idea. But that kind of like falls into Alice in Wonderland. Like Alice in Wonderland was one of those early tales about being able to like fall into a different reality, into a different universe, and linking the two together through, I mean, essentially what was described as like a tiny little wormhole in the stump of a tree. No. But it's interesting how it all intertwines like that. How certain experiments can be taken from literature. Literature can, and fiction specifically, can base off of real world events and twist to this kind of crazy thing that we're seeing now.
Well, the theory, there's another theory about Alice in Wonderland, not about just the fact that it's about drugs, but that he was somewhat of a pedo. And
What?
It was like an ode to this young chick that, he had a thing for taking pictures of, and young girls. Some of them innocent, some of them a little risque, but, and that it was an ode to this little girl and her going through like womanhood.
Oh,
yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. I like the drugs one a lot better.
Yeah, I prefer the drug. I prefer the drug conspiracy even more. This is no longer the conspiracy podcast. This is now the childhood destruction.
Well, no, that's Lewis Carroll. Originally, that's Lewis Carroll. I think his name is Lewis Carroll.
Well, a lot of Disney's fucking early works are
but
like
then,
fucked up.
but Disney just bought the rights. But I mean, that's a lot of the shit that Disney has is just more fucked up, tales. Like the real story of Hansel and Gretel, the real story of Pinocchio,
Sleeping Beauty, the what was that?
That's a really fucked up tale.
Cinderella, where the sisters chop off their toes to fit their fucking foot in.
Didn't a lot of these stories come from Grimm's, the Grimm brothers or something like that?
Mostly Grimm tales. Yeah, most of them.
So they were supposed to be like really dark horror type shit.
Yeah, they got all Disney-fied up.
Yeah, this is how you warned your kids. This is how you kept your kids away from strangers.
Yeah, like don't go in the forest or else the fucking witch will eat you.
Never go to grandma's house by yourself. Why? You're getting eaten by a wolf.
You're not wrong.
You'll be eaten by a wolf.
Not wrong.
Yes, Disney does take the fucked up shit and sugarcoats the shit out of it. Yes, I agree.
I'm telling you, great movie. If anybody's looking for a great fucked up movie to watch during the pandemic, it's called Finding Neverland. Finding
Nemo.
Yeah,
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
No, it's basically this dude. He hires a chick to be his wife in the movie. He has 2 kids as actors, and Finding Tomorrowland, I think it's called. And they basically go into Disney and shoot a movie with Disney not knowing until like the last couple of days. But at this point, the film had already been put in the can. And it's just this dude's fucked up experience at Disney. What is it called? It's something Tomorrowland, I think it's called. So if any of you are looking for an amazing, just weird movie to watch, like check that out. Like he starts having fantasies about having sex with the princesses. Like it's really, really, it's out there, dude. Finding Tomorrowland.
Is this on the Fire Stick?
Dude, really? That's a bear shit in the woods?
And wipe their ass with a white rabbit?
Like, come on, homie. You ain't gonna ask a silly question like that. Disney. It's called Finding Tomorrowland.
I love you to death, bro, but shit, I mean, why the rabbit? Well, I mean, what else is he gonna wipe his ass with?
Can't wipe your ass with a deer. Come on. The antlers.
Or a skunk.
What the hell is the name of that movie? Is it Tomorrowland?
What's Tomorrowland?
There's this movie that this dude, he basically shot a guerrilla film with a wife, a hired actress wife, and 2 kids in Disney with Disney not knowing. Done in black and white.
That wouldn't be. I wouldn't be like the George Clooney Tomorrowland, obviously.
No.
Wait, George Clooney Tomorrowland? I thought it was Harrison Ford.
No,
George Clooney.
Yeah, it's so good. I love that movie.
That's a good movie. Unauthorized. I'm gonna look up Disneyland unauthorized movie.
I mean, why would the bear use a leaf to wipe his ass? It's a lot
Bears
funnier with the white rabbit.
Bears can't pick leaves.
Bears wouldn't pick leaves.
Yeah, for real. They use toilet paper. Don't you watch the commercial?
Duh.
Duh.
Wow. Back the fuck on point, real quick.
Damn it.
It's called Escape from Tomorrowland.
Escape from Tomorrowland.
Yeah, it's called. Just look up Escape from Tomorrowland. Just look at the ad. I'm not even asking you to pull up any footage.
It's a small world after all.
Oh God. That fucking song.
Charmin, super strong. You're damn right.
Of the Walt Disney Company.
When they go wipe this ass, it got to be strong.
What the fuck is this?
Dude, I'm telling you, it is a bugged out movie. He starts fantasizing about sleeping with the princesses, and then he might have slept with one of them. Like, it's a really fucked up movie. It's in black and white, so it's super ultra creepy.
Yeah, it's really creepy.
What is it called? Escape from Tomorrowland?
It's called Escape from Tomorrowland. Disney did not even know. I'm telling you, Disney didn't even know. I don't think you heard this part. That the movie was done until it was like 2 days of shooting left.
Wow.
And he had already had like 85% of his footage.
Wow. Wow, it looks way overly sexualized for what it should be, too. Like, you're not wrong.
It is a bugged out movie. So
there's like a specific scene in here for anyone who's ever fantasized about fucking Tinkerbell.
Escape from Tomorrow. Sorry,
from
Escape
2013?
Yeah.
It's a 2013 American independent horror film written and directed by Randy Moore in his directorial debut, and it tells the story of an unemployed father having increasingly bizarre experiences and disturbing visions on the last day of a family vacation at the Walt Disney Resort. That's
weird.
Fucked up.
Yeah, it's,
I'm so watching that shit tonight.
Great.
So,
damn, that does look creepy as shit, though. Why am I gonna watch this?
Because it's fucked up. Because you're on rotation TV, bro. This is what we do.
Disney World's a fucked up place.
See, I'm glad I've never been.
Really? I've only been once. I can't talk too much shit.
Nope, I've never been. What the fuck is that in the background, bro?
Sounds like a kid.
It's called a dog, and that would be a dog toy. Just in case you all didn't see her pop up and down 3 or 4 times on stream so far, and know that I have 7 animals. It would be a dog. That's what that would be the word you're looking for.
Got a turtle.
She's literally just sitting here staring at me, like fucking squeaking that thing.
Show him the honey badger.
The what?
What?
The honey badger.
The honey badger.
I was trying to say you got like a mongoose. Got a camel in the back.
I could go get the possum.
Got a tarantula named Petunia.
Pause. Wait. So because I haven't gone to Disney, I haven't lived?
I wouldn't say you haven't lived, but it's definitely not a full life. I didn't even enjoy it, but I've been.
If we're going to do mushrooms, let's do mushrooms in Disney.
I'm down.
You would be.
I'm so down. And then we can go do mushrooms at Universal Islands of Adventure and have some real fun.
I just can't imagine that kind of shit.
I can. Oh my god. Get me on the rock and roller coaster on some mushrooms. Ah! So much fun.
Beast will microdose you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, dude. You only have to take like a gram.
Fuck that.
Like 1 gram.
I'd be gone. As old as I am, as big as I am, as old as I am.
Gram, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
You'll be okay. We got you.
That's the worst part. That's the dangerous shit.
Every fucked up trip.
Yo, just thinking about Universal on mushrooms, dude. All those fucking like those parades that come through every few minutes. It'll be the
Hangover 4.
Going through like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, like you're walking through on mescaline. Hey.
Yo, we can actually.
Okay.
You go first. No, you go first.
Oh my God, so polite. Somebody go.
Oh well, because I'm going to take us back on track.
We have a track.
There's
a track to get back on.
If that's the case, if that's the case, we're gonna fucking do some shit like Impractical Jokers and just do some shit and wreck the whole fucking crowd.
As long as you're the one putting your credit card on deposit with the park, I am okay with that. As long as you're willing to sign that bill at the end of it, we can make this happen.
I just want you guys to know that there's a potential for me to potentially, at the gate as we're walking through the security metal detectors, he's just telling the prepping of what he's going to do. Dude, I ate about 1 gram of mushrooms about 2 minutes ago.
Ready.
Don't know how I'm going to react.
I got you, though. I can smuggle anything in Universal. Done it many a times. We got this shit.
But, we're going to find the
full bottles of liquor. Let's go.
To understand that what we live in is the Matrix. What that is, we don't know yet. But
tangible evidence. No, him and I confirmed this while you were away. Tangible evidence.
No, I know. I heard. I'm just saying that it's not the way you think it is. We're not sitting in a bubble.
He's going to say something. He's going to be like, man, if I could just ever meet blah, 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 and all of a sudden blah, blah, blah is going to walk by. He's like, it's the Matrix.
Spent death. My first acid trip and my last acid trip were 2 gel tabs the first time. And some slivers, and my last time was 2 hits of acid, liquid acid, put on a piece of bread. But we'll tell those stories when we come up with, later down the line. Stay tuned to Rotation TV. There's some things coming up. You have an opportunity to hear that.
That show is the forbidden fruit of this channel. That's what it is.
We don't even talk about it at this point.
No.
But it's coming. It's going to be glorious. I think next week's stream may show certain shades of it.
It's glorious. Fucking word for
next
it.
Week's stream should be it's going to be hilarious.
Why y'all live in the present, not the future? Come on.
Oh, no. Also, future casting, homie. So it seems that we kind of talked some movies at this point. We talked about MIB. We talked about The Matrix, Alice in Wonderland, the book and the movie. Another one that's a big, movie that I would guess it's a conspiracy theory movie, and it's not conspiracy theory. Even though if you want to see a conspiracy theory movie, check out Mel Gibson and Julia Roberts in Conspiracy Theory. Decent film, 90s flick, but totally good. Patrick Stewart's in it. Surprising.
What's next week's theme? Stay tuned.
Oh no, you stay tuned. Yeah, come on.
No, it's a surprise. Fuck that. No meetings.
No meetings. Hey, no one getting. We going rogue.
Everybody's gonna be surprised. Like, oh shit, that's what you're talking about. You're like, yeah, bitch.
There's gonna be like maybe 2 people in the chat that know this movie, maybe 3. It's like a 1984 John Carpenter movie.
What's it called?
It's called They Live.
I've seen
Never heard of it.
Roddy Piper, David Keith. Or Keith David, I can't remember how the father from Something About Mary, the black dude, the one who was the pimp in that.
Why's it gotta be black, bro?
The brown,
the stutter was all that I wanted. I got my satisfaction.
Didn't get no stutter out of me. That looked like a pro.
Me too. I need Nips to wake me up.
I think they were military dudes who aren't in the military anymore, but they basically. As you're walking around, we all look like each other, but when they put on these special glasses, they can basically see behind the Matrix, and these people look like fucking, they're like, I don't want to say reptiles, but they're like skinless. They're aliens for sure.
Did you all ever watch MFKZ?
I started the trailer.
Dude, Beast, this is one that you would actually
It's on
enjoy.
my to-do list to watch, and I was like, I keep passing that shit. See what happened? Fuck.
Yeah, man, you started to run out of excuses, homie.
Listen, that's on me. That's on me for sure.
Man,
Trying to use the power up left. Wow.
No, MFKZ first. It's got the RZA. I can actually fucking guilt him into this one.
No, I really want to watch whatever the fuck you just said, motherfuckers. I want to watch that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it does look dope as fuck to watch. I mean, the way they actually make the cartoon and everything it looks like something I would watch. It has nothing to do with power ups or shit like that. It looks raw as fuck.
No, it has power ups.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it absolutely has power ups.
Oh, fuck, I'm sleeping on this shit.
My big thing, the reason I bring it up is because you were talking about being able to see behind the veil, and the main guy from that fucking from that movie, he can see behind the veil of what everyone else sees. He can see people that are actually these omnipotent fucking creatures that are trying to kill everyone.
That's basically what this is. The ads have subliminal messages, so what you see as, a McDonald's ad really says obey. Like another ad may say, listen, and it's all programming. But you can subliminally, there's a filter. Subliminally, you don't see it, but you really are seeing it.
How do you feel about that shit, the subliminal messaging shit? It's everywhere. We have them in this show. We do it every week on purpose.
You let everybody behind the Matrix, man.
But no, legit, it's been proven. Subliminal messaging happens. How do you feel on that one?
I don't know, man. I mean, I can't even comment on that one.
Subliminal messaging? You've never been watching a TV show, then all of a sudden you just had to go up and get some fast food?
Oh, like commercials?
No, not commercials. Really good product placement without having to show the logo.
My back is at the Don't make me laugh like that. You mean like commercials? Yes.
So I'm gonna say this. So for a very long time, we were sheltered as kids. We couldn't have video games that had gore, Mortal Kombat and shit like that. We couldn't have that growing up. So when we got older, we went OD on it. But we were still sheltered as growing up. Yeah. As far as subliminal messages, okay, you ever seen the movie Focus?
No.
With Will Smith?
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's cool.
There was a movie called Focus with Will Smith and I think Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie.
I
the
fucking
one who played
slept
fucking
on with
Harley Quinn.
Margot Robbie. Like, oh, now I'm
Yes.
fucking up. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch this one.
So what happens is, well, you can't fucking say spoiler because this shit's been out fucking God knows how long.
Spoiler for me. I just openly
direct,
said
direct
that.
spoiler.
Yeah,
that's a direct spoiler, homie. You're ruining it actively for some.
I openly
Well,
said I
fuck
haven't
it.
seen it.
It's
You're like,
been
fuck
out
you
for
and
God
your
knows how
spoiler.
long. But it was a good movie. You know what I'm saying? So there was a
Spoil
certain
away.
sequence.
Spoil away.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you anyway. So no, I'm not. I can't even remember. You gotta watch it. There was a part that, you know what I'm saying. It gave them a
Yeah, I want to spoil, but my memory's too bad.
and you know what I'm saying, they got it. You know what I'm saying, they got him. So the point is, I get it. Do I believe that it's possible? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. You see so much of something, you're gonna say, you know what? I gotta go get that Cocoa Puffs.
I got
You know
one
what I'm
better for
saying?
you. I got one
let's
better
hear it.
for you. How many times have you walked out of a Fast and Furious movie and wanted to go out and just do 80 miles an hour?
Every single time I watch it,
I
I
was gonna say, every
cannot
single time I walk in the
drive. No, it's like a rule in our house. I'm not allowed to drive my Shelby right after watching a Fast and the Furious. Like, I'm going to go out. And
Nah,
listen.
I don't think you should drive your Shelby after watching Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh God, I know. Yo, I was working on a white Challenger earlier today too. It's beautiful. The father-in-law got one. It's goddamn gorgeous.
Dude, you
I'm still waiting
go
on
out
a
of
picture of
Fast and
Shelby.
Furious.
Huh?
Go out of Fast and Furious wanting to race like a fucking maniac. You watch a war movie and it makes you want to go be a fucking hero. That
You watch
is
Scarface
subliminal
and you just
messaging,
want to
dude.
like bury your face in a mound of cocaine. Like, it's subliminal
Mounds of
messaging
cocaine.
everywhere.
Dude, you watch Scarface and you walk out the house thinking you're a badass.
You watch any fucking like thug movie like that, you walk out with your chest puffed out. L'chaim, skull,
Skull, Cilantro.
Cilantro,
My favorite of them all, Nostrovia.
Nostrovia.
It's a Russian for cheers.
Then fuck it, cheers.
So subliminal messaging does exist, Beast, correct?
I agree.
Yay!
So that's 2 on the ledger for the night. We're doing better than most nights. Let's keep it rolling.
Well, I mean, we have 100 conspiracies, so we're gonna hit on
So many.
Yeah, right?
So I got one that he definitely can't be behind, but I'm gonna go ahead and move us on into music.
I can't wait to get to one specific
I know,
one.
I'm trying to get us there.
excited.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there.
We got a lot on the ledger, and that one's literally the end because that's where we're going to lose every fucking body. So if y'all really want to hear some wild shit, stay tuned to the end. Actually, before we move on to our next segment, I'm going to go ahead and give our pinkies up. The fact that we are officially dancing monkeys. He just said that shit, and all 3 of us did it. He found the... See, I'm telling you, the Matrix is right. He just found the short key.
No, fuck that. This is the second time he took over that one part. That one time that fucking Sleeve was on, he was like, yo, what's that thing in the background? And everybody stopped to figure out what it was in the background. And we're like...
It's because he puts it in caps. It just draws your eyes. That's what it is.
And then my mother helps him. No, wait, stop. I'm like, Mom, stop.
We're trying to run a show. Or Mama, I'm trying to do a show. But nah, this is a better time than any. Let me just go ahead and, like, before we transition to our next piece, let me go ahead and give our mission statement, guys. We are Rotation TV. We're here every Friday night at 10:30 sharp. We're actually about to be expanding in the coming weeks and having a few other shows on different time slots. So we'd really like to see you all part of that. We really appreciate everyone's support that you've given us to help us build the channel. Our goal here is to give everyone an escape from all this hectic bullshit that happens every fucking day. You can't turn on the news, can't get on social media, you can't talk to your next door neighbor. It's all just negativity. So we want to get here and give everyone a chance to really just let down their hair, have a couple drinks, have a good time. We're a collective of friends who gets together. We've got other people behind the scenes and on cam that are going to help us launch a few other shows. We love our crowd engagement, community engagement. You all have really made that more than what we could have expected. So yeah, if anyone doesn't mind, someone go ahead, drop the link tree. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, hit that notification so you can be here with us. We've got a whole lot of new content coming. This is just the first to roll out. The reason we're doing the Hunting for Answers is this is going to be a whole segment that we're doing where we're going to have a weekly podcast based specifically around conspiracy theories and just kind of diving down that rabbit hole as a group, poking fun at it and talking shit, seeing what we can and can't make sense of and all this shit. On that one, I'm going to move us into some motherfucking music because it is a really outlandish conspiracy in music that I want to talk about. I know it's out of order for everyone, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop it early. But
it's out of order for us, not for everybody else.
That's what I'm talking to you two. You're the two. You're the two that is everybody. You're everyone right now.
We're spry. We're spry.
Are you? Because you're ready to talk about if Stevie Wonder was really blind. I'm gonna take us there. I'm gonna take us there. I'm gonna take us there, bro. Was he really? He caught mics. This shit dropped. He got mics.
Yo, straight up, a mic starts falling and he catches that shit, no questions asked.
Stop!
Exclamation fart! What the hell, dude?
I
You have to
swear
quit
to
taking
God.
over the cast. You have to stop it. You know my ADHD. I see some weird, off the cuff shit.
Just a saboteur.
Stevie Wonder, blind, go.
It's sabotager. Yo, Beast, there is video. Like, there is video. The mic goes falling, and he's with a bunch of people. So that whole theory about, like, well, he heard it falling. No, he was singing with a crowd of people. The mic gets knocked over, and he catches it. Like, Daredevil. Like, this dude literally Daredevil.
Stop! Are you serious?
I'm bringing it up right now. I'm bringing it up right now.
I gotta see it now.
Hold on, I'm waiting on it. Oh, this one even has Paul McCartney in it. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that couldn't have been any better for what we're gonna show. So let's just go ahead and get this shit showed up here. Yeah, you are.
Two for.
Watch it happen. Watch it happen. You see, he just reached out and caught that shit like it was nothing. Paul McCartney knocked that shit over. What? He knocks it before it even starts to fall. Stevie's hand's going down to catch that shit right then and there.
Look,
He knew. He knew.
bam. He caught himself. He realized that he was going to.
Yeah, that's why I did. That's why I did the arm catch. That's why it wasn't the actual hand. You notice he overextends the hand. He's like, "Wait a minute, I shouldn't be doing this."
Yo, I forgot who it was. Maybe it was Ahmad Rashad. It was somebody who went to his house, and like he gets him in the car because he wants him to hear his music, and then he just puts the car in engage. He fucking backs down the fucking driveway.
Dude,
and the person's freaking
Imagine
out,
the
dude.
fear in your fucking heart if you get in the car with Stevie Wonder and that motherfucker's in the driver's seat and puts it in gear. Imagine that cold sweat that comes over top of you. Holy fuck. Oh, God, I'd be so terrified.
Oh, God, I need to know who it was.
You just watched it. You watched him catch a mic.
It's a one-off.
It's a one-off. Let's see if I can find a couple more of those one-offs.
It was
right
Lionel
ahead.
Richie. It was Lionel Richie. Lionel Richie says that he pranked him by driving a car. He's on Jimmy Kimmel. He goes, he puts the cassette and he cranks the car up, and then he puts it in reverse and starts going down the driveway. I said, Stevie! He goes, I got you, Richie said. And Richie was
all the
going
same
on to
video.
him once again. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's where I saw it. It was one, like, large-ass video. I'm just saying, the man goes to basketball game.
And sits on 4 seats.
Like, only people who can see want to sit in 4 seats. If I couldn't see, I wouldn't give a fuck where you put me. You could put me in the 400s and I was good if I was there to enjoy the ambiance.
The ambiance.
Courtside.
Yeah, you don't get courtside just to listen to the ball dribble. I'll tell you that right now.
Listen to it on the radio.
That's my point. Why doesn't he go to a basketball game? That motherfucker can see. You just proven it even harder, bruh.
Yo, I heard that he's been able to tell chicks are hot. Like,
So don't you bring that one over here. I seen her. What'd you say, Stevie? I mean, I can tell by her voice she's a catfish.
He goes, how are we wrong? I'm just saying, I call it how I see it. And obviously he sees it too.
Wow.
That was great.
Salud.
Wow. Wow. He says foul.
Prove me wrong. Prove to me that Stevie Wonder is blind.
All I want to see is that one person throw a perfect spiral to Stevie Wonder and it hit him. If he doesn't get
He just catches it.
Yo.
I'm officially going to hell. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yo, rotation Q2 2021. We test Stevie's blindness.
Oh,
We'll
man.
be shooting on the 12 Pro Max by then, so we'll have real crystal clear 60 FPS.
Slow that shit down to watch him. He'll go to catch it, and we'll be able to slow it down. And you'll see him pull his hands away just to make sure he doesn't
For
fuck up.
real. It'll literally be like, oh shit. It just takes the beating.
You just see him say, "This is going to hurt," as he takes the ball to the mouth.
You hear him like quietly saying, "Fuck."
Oh man.
The last words.
So, yeah, chat. Give me a thumbs up if you think Stevie Wonder can really see, guys.
Give me a thumbs up if you think Stevie Wonder can really see. Essentially just saying, give me a thumbs up if you think Stevie Wonder's full of shit. That's what I just heard. Wow. We going in tonight, boy. Let's go ahead and throw another one out there, bro. Talking about, he was just in the last video, talking about Paul McCartney for a minute and how he was supposedly replaced. Yeah, that's a whole conspiracy. It's like Michael Jackson, bro. Michael Jackson cut his hair on fire in the Pepsi commercial, and that was a clone that we got with.
It's done.
He got significantly wider, had a whole different nose afterwards. Different mic.
Hey, so we got 2 thumbs up in the chat. Lady E32, what it do?
I'm throwing something at Stevie Wonder.
The McCartney one. I mean, I don't know how I feel about the McCartney one, man. Like, that's a tough one for me.
It's possible.
You know, you love my love for the Beatles. You know my love for Liverpool.
Just saying Abbey Road.
Love me some McCartney.
Just saying
the Abbey Road cover. I know, but it was the Beatles being the Beatles, man.
Was it though? Or was it most of the Beatles being the Beatles and then a stand-in for fucking Paul McCartney? What was it?
Mick.
What was it? Hey June? Is that the song where it's supposedly talking about the day Paul McCartney died?
Hey Jude?
Yeah, Hey Jude.
Fuck
Liverpool and McCartney? How dare you?
Wow.
The man died before his career even had a chance to blossom. We're talking about him being replaced, and you say fuck Paul McCartney. How dare you?
This is a man that enjoys spending time in Manchester, so don't worry about him. His opinions don't matter. He supports a tier 2 team that's lucky enough to be in the top league. Fuck his
replacement as well. Wow. Well, no, he's not even like I made the joke about fucking Michael Jackson, but McCartney's not even the only one to be fucking claimed to have been replaced after death. Like, look at the Avril Lavigne conspiracy. That motherfucker is deep. That motherfucker is deep, yo. Like, the Avril, like, yeah, you can give me that look all you want to, bro. 90s baby standing out here.
And that fucking rumor started in Brazil.
I was a skater boy.
The rumor started in Brazil?
It started in Brazil.
The Avril Lavigne one?
Yeah.
I thought it started in Canada, where she's from.
Hold on.
Well, I mean, I've heard 2 variations. There's the whole she died, and then there's the whole she just got sick of the fame.
I
mean,
I heard it was 2 in 1. I heard it was she got sick of the fame and then did the fucking body double, and then something happened and she died, and the body double just took over the identity from there.
Died.
Like, they put good points though. They really did put good points. Like when she first started that she liked pants and
the whole fucking like heavy, the whole tomboy look.
Yeah, and then now she's like wearing dresses, and
Chad Krieger will do that though. Nickelback's been known to ruin more than one life.
Was it fucking Brazil?
Who where Hitler's hiding? Hitler's in Brazil.
No, he's in Argentina.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hitler's in Argentina. Never mind. I forgot about that. You're right.
Well, if he's still alive.
Well, at least he was. Yeah, he died in Argentina, not in Germany. Do your research. But nah, dude, like the whole Avril Lavigne thing is like it is a little fishy, man. It is a little fishy. Like, she was a completely different person, had a different stage presence, different like just vibe about her entirely. And then
so it's funny because literally I'm reading about the whole Avril Lavigne, and then right under it,
Paul McCartney. See, motherfuckers were switched. They were switched.
No,
they were switched. Clones.
No, well, they say that Paul died, unfortunately, and that's why they had to replace him. Because
what happened to Avril was new dick. Shit changed her life. You trying to say the motherfucker from Nickelback had good enough dick to change her life? Because I would dispute that.
it was a Brazilian
Look at this
blonde.
photograph. Every time she sees it, makes her laugh.
Hate them so much.
I actually like Nickelback. That's a bad thing. I like the old school shit.
I really don't.
The album shit. Well, I'm sorry. Each his own. I'm allowed to have bad taste in music occasionally. It's there.
But yeah, it was Brazil.
So it's official. We're starting the
I
rumor
mean,
now.
good,
Avril Lavigne
bad,
died
it
in
can
Brazil.
change. Wow, Tara.
She may be right. I mean,
She's not wrong.
I couldn't know from personal experience. I'm always the one providing, not receiving. But to each his own. But no, like the shit with Avril Lavigne, that was all like the time that she was supposedly changed was like popping off around the same time as everything was going on with Britney Spears and her supposedly being like a government scapegoat. And then that whole fucking demon jumped out of her into Katy Perry and into fucking Miley Cyrus and all that shit. Like, bro, there's some weird shit that goes on with these like socialites. These motherfuckers.
No, dude, no. The Britney Spears thing is deeper than that.
Hashtag free Britney.
So, supposedly, tramp of trash. Supposedly, she was on Bush's payroll, and
Really?
I have dates and facts for you guys. So, every time she did something crazy, some crazy shit had just happened with the government, and something was done. So she got a conservatorship. So Bush bestowed a conservatorship on her. In January of 2004. Bush had to distance himself from Valerie Plume's scandal, where Plume playing a CIA covert.
Leave Britney alone.
That's when the CIA
Leave her alone.
The CIA operative was outed by the Bush administration. Britney got married had that 55-hour marriage to that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that left the news, and the Bush administration leaking the identity of this person is gone. April of 2006, Bush's approval ratings have hit an all-time low of 38%. Thanks to casualties of the controversial Iraq War. Visits from child welfare and a sheriff deputy to Britney's home to talk about her parenting skills. So the cops show up and that's on the news. November 2006, Republican Party is facing the most fiercely contested election in many years.
Britney Spears shaves her
announces her
fucking
split
head.
from Kevin Federline. So that's the night she announces she split up with Kevin Federline. The reformation of Al Qaeda. That's when she shaved her head. His attorney general came under criticism. Could have been awkward for the fact that the very same day Gonzalez publicly admitted that mistakes were made. So this, Britney then hooked up in rehab.
Bro, you saying that Americans are that stupid that they wanted to hear about Britney and not Bush? Yes,
Yep.
absolutely. That's 100% the message that we're endorsing is that Americans are that fucking stupid, and we're American, so we're taking our equal share of that stupidity.
Spears defended Bush in the Michael Moore movie. Singer was rumored to have been caught canoodling with senior Bush White House advisor Karl Rove
Canoodling.
during Cirque du Soleil,
Canoodling.
providing proof of an earlier link between Washington and Spears.
Wow.
Oh man, at the end of the day, yes, I know it's outlandish, but again, guys, this is not what we believe. This is what people think. So this isn't us believing this. Karl Rove hit that.
Karl Rove hit that. That's funny.
That'd be funny though. That would be so funny if Karl Rove did it that.
Wow.
So I mean, it's more than just there's several instances that things happen to align the way that it did. And then in that case, then that would imply that there is really a matrix. If none of that was coincidental, or if all that was coincidental. I'm glad Canada didn't get into Iraq. Yeah.
Canada's a sleeping giant. No one thinks it. Everyone thinks Canada's pussy. Now just wait till the day they get into a war. They're gonna fuck everybody up.
Operation Maple Syrup.
Wow. All right, guys. So I've been waiting to drop this one because it's gonna spark a lot of controversy. Are we ready for it? You ready for this one?
Go.
Beyonce.
What?
You going there?
I'm going there.
Really?
I'm jumping straight to this motherfucker.
Oh,
Beyonce.
Nah, man, I didn't want to hit that one yet.
Beyonce.
She got a fat ass. That's about it. But I don't want to hit that at all.
I'm just saying you can't be that thick without having some babies.
Beyonce.
Oh,
All right,
let's
so
say it.
disclaimer. I'm putting a disclaimer out there.
Pause. Wait. You said you can't be that thick without having some babies? I mean, I know a couple of people without having babies.
Not
Before
the thick,
and
not the
after.
thick the way that she is. Not the thick the way
Listen.
she is.
She got them mama curves. I'm just saying.
Dude, it's a thing.
She got that ass you run home to for comfort. I'm just saying that right now. All right. That's the bottom line with it. All right.
I can't.
No, Jay-Z didn't cheat on her. No, ain't nothing like that. It's about her first baby.
Wait, who's
First
the
one.
first baby?
So the
Solange.
theory.
What?
Oh boy, you in for it?
See, okay, time out for a historical fucking footnote. I'm blowing the whistle. Yo, Beehive, look, we're not saying we believe these things. Yo, they call the Beehive, son. Don't fuck around. The Bajancy, we are not. I'm not playing games. Wifey already told me.
Sister,
I
daughter.
can't sleep in the bed.
That's the one. Solange, sister, daughter.
I'm not allowed to go to bed if we get called out. So, if you have to go viral, though, I mean, if it gets us to 1,000, I might have to take that out. My back's already fucked up as it is. So
no, he already got a disclosure. Yeah, flat out. If we cause some shit with this piece, he didn't get to come in the bedroom. That's how it goes.
So we're not saying this did or did not happen. People have heard a rumor.
Nah, man,
that
fact.
Beyonce had a kid, and
Solange.
she's not the mama to Blue Ivy.
Oh, you jumping balls deep to the whole motherfucker.
But
Okay.
that she is Solange's mom, and that she's older than what they say she is.
Mm-hmm. Is she a little older than what she says she is? She had Solange when she was with Destiny's Child. They hid that shit, made it her sister, so her superstardom could take off after Aaliyah died, as that shit was some fucking Illuminati manipulation. And then years later, when she's ready to have the baby, they didn't want to destroy her body for her image, so she had a surrogate carry. Yeah, Blue is not actually her baby. Solange is her fucking daughter. There, I said it. It's done.
Blue was carried by a surrogate. Not that Blue isn't her baby that she didn't carry. That Blue was carried by a surrogate.
I don't believe it. I can believe that, but Solange being Beyonce's daughter?
Solange being Beyonce's daughter.
Look at the age gap that there is right now. Just look up Solange's age gap. What is it?
34.
Okay.
Beyonce's 39.
Okay, now let's say Beyonce was 45.
Both as children.
What did she say?
She's over here talking shit. That's all it is. Yeah, I know. Probably a little Beehive come over at me. Hold on, let me just handle this in the background here for a minute.
I'm sorry,
I don't believe for a
bitches.
fucking second that Beyonce's older than me.
Hey, I'm just telling you what the conspiracy theory is. I'm not happy about this topic.
Listen, Nico, neither am I. I'm not happy about this topic either because I'm not a Beyonce fan at all. But I am
Got a whole
fan of that
earful on this
cat.
side.
Just saying.
I'm not happy about this topic.
Again, guys, this is what the internet thinks. These are the rumors that we've heard. This is not what we believe.
I believe
The
it.
internet can catch my ass.
I fucking believe it.
Shit.
The Pink Ranger is like in her 50s.
Beyonce
What?
is Solange's mom. Wild rumor going around.
I looked at the same exact term that you did, and all you get is this shit about their mom.
That's it, because the Google's hiding it. The Google is paid to hide this knowledge by the
No,
Illuminati.
the Boule has paid the Google to hide this information. The almighty Oracle does not want to give it to us.
I don't know what to tell you fellas on this one. This is just far-fetched.
Again, I'm not saying that this is what the rule. Yo, you can look it up on the internet right now. People believe.
But you have to go to Bing. Google's gonna hide it. You have to Bing.
No, I
this
found
one.
it. You have to literally look up, is Beyonce Solange's mom? So now I have a third group of people that may potentially show up to abduct me tonight. The odds of me getting abducted, they're going up.
Going up
Yo,
by this segment.
If we can get 1,000 streams, I'm willing to be abducted for the night. Just don't swat me.
So we got the Google compromise and then Google conspiracy. Great.
They look like
Let's see,
sisters.
Beyonce was technically 49
Or
right
they look
now.
like daughters, or mother-daughter. They look too close to be sister.
So what is she now? All of a sudden Tina Turner because she looks great for her age?
I mean,
Shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying.
No.
Black don't
I'm,
crack,
I'm
my guy.
just saying. At least I didn't have to say it.
Black don't crack, my guy. Yo, he goes, don't loot it. Don't look into this. Bad things will happen. Worse than the Exorcist said.
I agree. And I'm out here all the way the fuck out here and
You the first one getting picked off tonight.
probably. Because shit don't happen out here.
They knew what was coming. They put it inside your apple juice. It's ready to wait.
Inside the apple juice. Wow.
Pinkies up. Pinkies up. All right, so that's again, guys. It's an interesting one. I want to get on a serious one though.
We have
And
a
this is one
serious
that
one.
Really,
There's seriousness.
this is one that really impacted the culture. No, seriously. Who here doesn't love Bob Marley?
Oh yeah. No.
Put a thumbs down in the chat if you don't like Bob
Rise
Marley,
up
and then you
this
can promptly
morning.
leave. You can
Listen.
toss to kiss your ass.
Three
I want to say
birds.
that if you don't like Bob Marley, get the fuck off this chat.
He's just pulled a full-blown
Straight
Ricky
up.
Bobby on you. If you don't like Big Red, then fuck you.
Exactly. Bob
It's like
Marley
conspiracy.
is an experience.
Bob
Bob
Marley
Marley
is a
is
saint.
literally, you know what I'm saying, is something to someone to experience. His music has inspired a fucking revolution.
Legalize it.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're entirely right. I can sit here and poke shit at all you want to, but the world lost a great presence that day. Not just
They
the
did.
culture, not just music. The world lost a great presence. Bob Marley or Jimi Hendrix? I have to give it to Marley. Hendrix was a better musician, but Marley was just a better soul, in my opinion.
I don't know if I'd even consider him a better musician. He's definitely a better guitarist.
Just a different
Yes.
type of musician. They were in different classes. Let's just put it that way. They were in two
They were
different classes.
both geniuses in their own right. though.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do the Jimi Hendrix thing. I always wanted to like play a show with a little bit of fucking acid tabs up underneath the headband, see where it goes.
Yeah, that's some
I would
Bob
do it.
Marley.
Marley.
All of a sudden,
Bob Marley.
Marley.
Get the
that's the sleeveless
cockies.
Steve coming out of me. Marley, Marley.
We love you, sleeveless. Is he in tonight? Is
I haven't
he
No,
seen
he's
him in
not.
a minute. I haven't seen him in
No,
a
he's
while.
not. He had to go to bed early. So,
He can't curfew. Sleeveless, we love you, man. We hope we can link up with you tomorrow, man. I can definitely link up with you. We
Speak
got a
for
little
yourself.
surprise today.
Talking all this shit. I'm just gonna sit over here and be quiet.
so
Oh man.
Bob Marley or Jimi Hendrix? That's a good one. No, I'm not slurring. I'm mixing my words. All of a sudden, like, you know, I channeled, you know, a fellow asshole.
He's got 3 drinks in him. He's already slurring. Don't let him talk shit to you.
Actually, no. I mean, I'm doing pretty good. I'm pacing myself. I'm at the halfway mark.
Done more than I have tonight. That's for sure.
Hey, but you're pacing yourself the same way I am.
Nah, I'm definitely going under you. I've been getting too sloshed on stream lately. I've been fucked on the past few
listen,
streams.
I'm not trying to sit there and speak from the heart and the soul
You sure you can hold it
and the
back?
spirit and on my stomach either. So
You
fuck
sure you
that.
can hold it back?
I'm going to do the best I can.
I'm gonna do the best I can. It's a liquor, Julian.
You heard the slur again when he said halfway. What the fuck? Listen, you're on muscle relaxers. Shut the fuck up. Everything's a slur to you.
Who's almost relaxed?
No, my son. He
I was
wasn't
gonna say,
feeling very well, so he's sitting there texting me. He's like, "Is this supposed to make you sleepy?"
I was saying, I'm almost
Just
relaxed.
go
I'm
into
not
the light,
slurring. I don't
Junior.
hear you slurring.
Just go into the
I'm
light.
not
Junior.
slurring.
I hear B slurring.
I am on muscle relaxers. I love Nikos. Really?
Dude, yo, I'm telling you, man, it's that stressful lifestyle, man.
Listen, that's that marriage shit.
I don't have that issue, bro. Happily married over here. Happily.
Yes.
A whole month
You're
and a half
saying
in.
that shit.
Yeah, but you're all 22 years old, so I mean,
22,
what you wanna
motherfucker.
say?
I wish.
Well, when you shave, you look about 19.
Yo, you're not
Yeah,
playing. Look at this. Look at this. I can get a little bit of color. Look at that shit.
So Bob Marley, because you guys are just you're on a trampoline. Look at us. Look at you.
Yeah, that's pretty much the vibe of the night. You're not wrong.
Bob Marley, you know, he did die of cancer, but house was shot up, survived that. The rumor is that Bob Marley was taken out by the CIA.
Yes.
And there's an actual dude who came out, and the newspaper that reported it has been known to be suspect. I'm not going to change that, but so there's a dude about 70 in his 70s when it came out. I can't remember when he admitted to it, but he said he'd been hired and contracted by the CIA to take out like 12 to 14 people. And his claim is that, you know, he infected him with cancer. Now, cancer is not a disease that you would think about infecting people with. Like, I can't think of how that would happen. But
Fucking
he
doses of
supposedly-
radiation.
Well, no, he supposedly, the way he did it is that he gave him a pair of Converse. And when he put on one of the shoes, there was like a needle in it that was whatever ended up infecting him. And that it was Edward Seaga, who was the opposition to Michael Manley at the time in Jamaica, because their politics were really fucked up.
Bill Oxley.
Bill Oxley. That was the dude's name. I'm not saying cancer is a virus. I'm just saying that this is the dude claiming that he was hired to take out Bob Marley. And if there was anyone, if you were trying to stop a revolution, if you were trying to stop people from opening up their minds, Bob Marley is a voice I wouldn't want people listening to.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you're not wrong on that one.
So let me go ahead and read this real quick, because it says Oxley, who was, according to the Daily Star, worked as an operative for the CIA for 29 years, said that he was often used as a hitman on targets deemed to be a threat to the U.S. In an interview shared online, oh, fuck you for thinking I was slurring, son.
Son.
In an interview shared online, he admitted to not having any problems with proceeding with the Bob Marley assassination, but because he was a patriot who believed in the CIA. According to the interview, he said that I didn't question the motivation of the agency. I've always believed and understood that sometimes sacrifices have to be made for the greater good. Why have I heard that shit before?
Because it's like the U.S. national tagline at this point. Sacrifices must be made for the greater good, so fuck the lower class.
Listen, I say it like this. Nasty and I had a conversation today that we talked about shit that you can believe versus stuff that you can't believe. And now, if anybody knows a real Jamaican, like a true Rastafarian, they don't cut their dreads. They don't sit there and shave their beard. They don't trim it down. That's their crown.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And they were saying it says that the last time I saw Bob before he died, he had removed his dreadlocks.
Nope.
And his weight was dropping like a stone.
Well, that's chemo too, technically.
Correct.
It could be
correct.
chemo. I'm thinking, with hindsight, but still, he would have did everything to try to maintain him.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, what's to believe? Because this is coming from, what I'm saying, also, his son believed that he was assassinated or murdered. T.I. and Busta Rhymes believed that he was murdered and assassinated.
T.I. said it. Must be true.
Not that you can find it on the Google, but yeah, listen, two, great rappers and hip-hop artists in this culture, yeah, they said it. So, I mean, I honestly, taking it from the fact that his son believes Ziggy Marley, I think it was, Ziggy has previously implied that his father was killed. So, hey, I believe it too then.
I mean, that's been the general
okay, I'm not going to go as far as saying that.
But say that's number 3 tonight.
I believe it. I'm saying that, is it plausible?
Absolutely.
More likely than not. If the country is as effed up as people believe it is, then yeah, but we're just asking questions, guys. We're not saying that
he just pulled a full-blown Cartman on you. He's like, I'm not saying it happened. I'm just asking questions. We're just asking questions, guys.
Screw you guys. It's something that could potentially happen, but I mean, there's been, people believe JFK was assassinated. People believe that, well, we know JFK was assassinated.
I was about to say,
we don't believe, sir. There's footage.
Wasn't it the premise?
I don't think there's a believe in that one. I think that's a confirmed fact at this point.
Guy, listen, if there was ever a moment you woke up the chat, like, what the fuck?
It was like, wait, they're not even believing anything anymore. They don't even
believe. 15 viewers that quick.
This motherfucker just said some shit.
Said, what?
I believe rain is wet.
Wow. Okay, I'm moving us into
water is wet.
I'm moving us to a more lighthearted segment, guys. Holy fuck. We believe that we believe JFK was assassinated. Believe. You better fucking believe it. Yeah.
I want to get on the whole auras and energy. I gotta ask about that.
Auras and energy. Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, we can shuffle. I'm more than happy for that conversation.
Yeah, man. Damn.
No, dude, I'm fine with that shuffle. Let's do it.
He just jumped off a fucking cliff.
Did I really?
He said, "Fuck anime." I was gonna go. Because I said lighthearted.
I'm not an anime guy, so
I said lighthearted. He's like, "Okay, we gonna skip this whole segment I don't know shit about, and we gonna move the fuck on." Because who wants to hear Panda?
The reality filter won't allow him to see the anime section, yo.
Nah, he just wants to run his mouth. He don't want to have to be quiet for that long. That's all it is.
Glasses on, damn it. All right, so this is what we're gonna do because Beast wants to talk auras and energies, and my man Pam is so versatile. He's gonna find a way to transition from Beast and auras and energies into anime.
Oh, don't try me. We can do that, but we gotta talk auras and
do
anime.
that all day.
Look, I'm gonna do this.
So I gotta know, like, I do want to hear what you have to say, because, like, you know me. Like, we've talked about it before. Like, I feel like I can see auras. Like, I've talked about this a few times. Like, I can see my own when it penetrates, or when it, like, penetrates. When it, like, emits off of me. I can see others when they're really strong.
You can see sadness. You can see happiness. You know what I'm saying? You can see when someone, you know what I'm saying, has that, you know what I'm saying, that energy, that vibe, that aura, you know what I'm saying? And I think, honestly, I gotta say, my daughter's perfect example.
Let's hear it.
All right, for example, okay, I had a friend.
I don't believe it
she was
already.
always
the fact that you have a friend makes it really unbelievable. Like, you got to start your stories on a more believable note.
So she was forever negative about shit, and you know, she, you know, always complains about her husband. And I mean, me trying to keep her on track, like, listen, you know, have you tried this, or have you worked on this? You know, because a lot of people will sit there and complain about their significant other, but not realizing that maybe they could be the problem.
Maybe it's you.
I've done that.
Maybe you just suck.
Exactly. So
we've all been there. We've all
I'm looking at it like she had such a negative vibe, and she's like, "Oh, I would love to meet your daughter." I'm like, I'm the father. No.
Shit.
And she's like, "Oh my God, your daughter would love me." And I'm like, "Listen, my daughter picks up on
Nobody
vibes
loves you.
like that." You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, "Listen, my daughter would reject you immediately." And she's like, "Oh no, she won't. She would love me." And I'm like, highly doubt that, but okay. I was like, my daughter picks up on vibes. My daughter picks up on energy. And if she likes you, she'll immediately attract herself to you. She'll find a way to, you know, to work it. Like, I look at Nasty. Nasty, he's got a very, you know what I'm saying, a very, I want to say strange vibe, but it's also a good vibe because you attract yourself to him because he has such knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And that attracts you. He's not negative, but he kind of is. But he spins that into an intelligent conversation. You know what I'm saying? But because he has such an outburst on life, the way he is, the knowledge that he has, you know what I'm saying? It's positive. He spins it. You know what I'm saying? So when I spoke to Nasty, with the first time I've ever conversated with him, like, he made me laugh because the conversations that we had, you know what I'm saying, were professional in a sense. And he would sit there and, you know, and it was funny. You know what I'm saying? So he has a very good outlook on life. Dude, Nasty, you know, I respect and I love you, man. You my dude. So my daughter took to him instantly. Uncle Sprinkles is all I'm going to say. But, you know what I'm saying, my homegirl, she was like, "Hey, where you at?" I'm like, "Listen, I'm over here at Publix off of Hillsboro. Like, that's where I'm at." She's like, is your little one with you? I'm like, "Yeah, I got my mini with me." And she's like, "Yo, I want to come see her." I'm like, perfect time to sit there and elaborate my point. She walked up. My daughter's in the, you know what I'm saying, in the fucking, the cart for Publix. And I'm like, you know, "Say hi." And she's like, "No." Totally turned around.
Fuck
my
this
daughter
vibe.
Shy. My daughter's not shy like that. You know what I'm saying? So my daughter will talk to you. My daughter will have a full-fledged conversation with you if she feels your energy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, kids are perfect receptors for energy, though. They're like dogs. They're empathic as
exactly.
fuck.
And especially
Kids and
babies.
dogs. Wow, I'm
Babies
gonna
will
get
sit
trouble for
there,
that
you know
one.
what I'm saying? They can't speak, but they're going to show you whether they're going to sit there and be happy around you or not. They're a spirit at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what my daughter was. She is. But that's how my daughter, you know what I'm saying, showed whether she was, you know, receptive towards you or not. Mm-hmm. And she shut down immediately. And I was like, bro, like that. I was like, that shows you right there. You need to kick what you're doing and do something different at the end of the day.
Well, dude, that's something I preach a lot to everybody. Like, you control your aura, you control the energy you emit. Like, if you walk around being negative all the time, that's all that anybody ever feels from you is that negativity from a mile away. The second you walk into a store, the vibe changes because you're emitting such strong energy off of yourself.
I look at it this way: you destroy yourself at the end of the day when you sit there and give yourself that "oh, woe is me," when knowing you have the ability to sit there and fucking fix it. You have the means to fix whatever's wrong in the fucking, you know what I'm saying, the aura of your life, the center of your life. Fucking do it. take whatever you got and
Can
just
someone
do it.
clip
Fix
out
it.
that last spot where he did like the really hard head thing? Like, fucking do it. Like, could someone please just clip that for me for a moment?
That's
please?
gonna be a fucking meme. Great.
It's gonna be our new gift for our our notifications. When someone subscribes, it's gonna be you going fucking do it.
Right? But no, but the reality is, you know what I'm saying, you have the power to fucking do everything. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you have
You have the power to control the code, so to speak.
fuck you. I knew you were gonna say that. I was like, I was gonna sit there and say something. I was like, that's gonna contradict exactly how I feel about this shit. And I'm like, he's got me. And I was hoping you didn't catch it, but you did.
Too fast. Too fast.
How the shit is that?
I am.
Yes, you do control your own. Okay, you don't control your destiny, but you can control the direction that you're going in. You know what I'm saying? So when you're to me, honestly, when you're too busy complaining about simple things going on in your life, you know what I'm saying, that you have the ability to control straight out, you know.
So what you're saying is when you're presented with monologue choices, it's within your own power to pick what's coming next. You get to pick the path that your character walks by the way you respond.
All right, can we let me go ahead and get a story out real quick. I'm going to say this. Like I said, I'm a man of faith, but I can't sit there and say I'm religious. I stepped into church when after my first marriage.
Can't do that. Burst into flames. We tried it. It doesn't work out well.
Two people. And listen, when you first step into this role, okay, it kind of overtakes everything in your life, okay, and you become kind of receptive to certain situations. I'm going to say this. I was going through it, okay, I really was. It was the first time I was on my own, in my own apartment. This is the second apartment that I've ever been in. That is mine. My name is on the shit. Second. And I'm 40 years old. I'm not ashamed to say this shit. You know what I'm saying? But it was the first time I had my son Josh, my other son Josh, I had Jaden, and I had JJ's little sister. It was the first summer, and I had nothing to my name. No food, barely any money. And I sat there, and for that moment, I prayed. And I sat there and I put it out there that I needed help. I wasn't going to complain about it. Huh?
I was being a dick. I said when you prayed, you opened the command prompt.
Pretty much, I would say, if that's the way we're going to go. But I didn't complain about it. I just cried because I didn't know what the fuck to do. And I got a call immediately, okay? My boy's like, listen, something opened up. I got a little, change here. And then it's like, something told me to call you. I'm like, all right, what's going on? We started talking. And, bro, within the next 24 hours, I had 2 months worth of groceries in my house.
It's that Matrix providing, bro. You hit the
whatever.
Fucking.
I would take Vic's words. The universe provides. However,
when he says the universe, what do you think he's talking about? That's the Matrix, bro.
Listen, I heard
it's
the
not
universe.
Wrong. It's not wrong.
Listen.
I'm just saying. I mean, the Matrix is a way. Just like science is a way of understanding God's mysteries, using the term Matrix is another word for the universe. It's a connection of signals, my guy.
The tetragrammaton life, man.
Oh, don't even go there.
I'll take us deep,
sweetie.
boy. I'll take us
Spoiler,
deep.
All right, so you guys were talking energy. We were talking about,
Well, hold on. I had
unicorn.
before you throw yours in there, I had a follow up. I wanted to let him get it all out before I said it, but I do have a follow up. So you do believe fully in emitting energy, controlling your vibe, auras.
Yes.
What do you believe in colors of auras? And have you ever seen one?
I can't say I've seen the colors. For me, it's all about the feeling, the vibration, and not so much as the colors.
So one way I've always been able to associate personally people's auras is, in my experience, people are more drawn towards the color of their aura. Odd anomaly that I've found, but people whose auras are a natural color, like green, purple, orange, white, whatever it may be, tend to be more drawn to that color, if that's their natural hue, we'll call it.
Now, I got a question for you.
Okay.
And maybe I'm wrong, but didn't you say you were colorblind?
Me personally? Yes. I am partially, yes, but we've explained this. So I can see primaries. I can't see shades. So,
Well, no, the reason why I'm asking,
okay,
because you can see auras, you can see energy. So the question is it the same as you would see on a crayon box?
Nothing
Crayon.
is the same to me as what you would see on a crayon box. Let me put it that way. No color is the same on that one. It's because of my depreciated spectrum. But the primary sides of what I know to be colors are very close. Like mine. Like mine's pretty simple. Whenever I think I've seen my aura, and I will say I think because it's one of those you can't prove you see it, mine comes off as a white aura. Which is supposed to be, draw people in, supposed to be to emit, all these different positive things which really don't line up with who I am, but that's the color I see in my aura. I actually am drawn to more white style clothing. I like white cars, stuff of that nature. But like take Sam, for example, Peaches. Hers, when I've seen her aura, it's come off as like a green hue, which is growth, community, stuff of that nature. Sam, since before I've ever seen an aura on her, surrounds herself with the color green. Always has.
Nice.
Always has. I've got friends who come off as a purple aura, it's supposed to be, purple's color of poison. It's not necessarily an aura that you always want to be around, but there is some perspectives to the purple aura and the people that carry it that can benefit those around them. And in my experience, those are the purple aura generally surround themselves with the color purple. Red is pretty straightforward. Red is an aggressive aura. That's someone that generally holds an aggressive tendencies and promotes power within their own stature. I wouldn't say that people's favorite colors are naturally their aura because there are exceptions to that. But I will say it tends that people that have a more consistent hue in what I've looked up surrounding auras and what I've seen personally tend to be drawn to the same color of their aura. So how do you feel about that? If you were to have to characterize your aura, what would you think it would be? You tend to surround yourself in red a lot.
I do, and that's growing up, I was surrounded by a lot of depression and a lot of nightmares. So I remember learning, growing up, a lot of martial arts to sit there and learn self-defense. And
about martial arts, he said he watched that one slightly fuzzy channel on the cable box where you could really see
actually,
like Crouching
in high
Tiger
school,
and
I actually had a sensei and everything, and
you had a senpai?
I had a sensei in high school, and
Or would
it was the funniest thing was we used to get made fun of horribly. It was bad. It was bad, and of course everybody's drawn to green. It's called money. So what happens is, you know what I'm saying, I had a very depressing life growing up. You know what I'm saying, and so and I think honestly that's why I'm so hard on my son, because I don't want him to follow that footstep. You know what I'm saying? I want him to actually explore things and be different from me, and I don't want him to follow my footsteps. But I didn't have the best, man. I didn't have, and that's, I think I'm more drawn to red. One, because of my horoscope, or should I say my
Zodiac.
That's it, Zodiac. And I'm a Leo. I like long walks on the beach. I love the sunsets.
And he loves staring at himself in the mirror.
Sad. Growing up, I did. I'm not even gonna lie. But
for those of you in the Tampa or Greater St. Petersburg area, give us a call. Drop us a line. We'll reach out to you. We can make it happen.
No, I can see that. I don't give a whole lot of stock into the Zodiac so much. I do give stock into people's personalities being a little bit influenced by the time of year they're born. And I think it contributes
to a lot of the Zodiac, because it's not honestly because that's their character. It's what they read. And because what they read, they project that. And that's the sad part. You know what I'm saying? I
can never get behind it, because I'm supposed
minds
to be
are
that.
sponges.
See, I could never, though, because I'm supposed to be that fucking Cancer Leo bullshit, and if I had any of the on paper Cancer shit, I'd be on here crying every weekend. It wouldn't be Tap Out B School of Hard Knocks. It'd be Fat Man Panda.
Oh no, I hit every trait on a Virgo. I hit every.
No one cares about a Virgo. Virgos are assholes.
Time out,
Sam's a Virgo, just so you know. So if you see something over here, I don't get that shit on stream.
He's about to hit you with that cusp shit.
I am the cusp. I will give that out. I am the Cancer Leo cusp. That's the best that anyone gets on my birthday.
Then it's your birthday, mine, and then Nasty's.
Yeah, after yours, yeah, absolutely.
Fair enough. But then look at it this way. Look at it this way. And so when we talk about energy, okay, remember I told you, you know what I'm saying? When I look when I look at Nasty, you know what I'm saying? It's like we can understand each other. So I know if he's having a bad day, I know to lay back. You know what I'm saying? Like, let him breathe. I present him with something, comes back. Out of outside interference, he gets it. You know what I'm saying? And then we come back as everything's fine. Perfect example right there. Okay. But from the moment him and I met, I got him. I understood. You know what I'm saying? And then he introduces me to you. And immediately, without even conversation of our past or anything like that, we click. And a year's time, how long you been gone?
Yeah, I've been gone like right at almost a year at this point. Almost
a year, yeah.
Yeah, almost like, what are we, like 3 months shy of a year?
So I say, when we look at energy, when we look at auras, when we look at colors and everything, yes, I may be red. I may feel red.
See, I don't want to say mine now. It makes it sound so racial. I can't be like you. I can't be like, I'm red. I feel red. Because, like, my aura is white. It just sounds wrong if I say it.
But here's the thing. What color do you see around me?
Blue right now.
You feel? And for the past few streams, and everybody
it has
can
been
look back, go back and view. It has been blue.
Well, blue is the color of calmness. Have you found peace?
Always have.
Yeah, he's like, I got peace in a bottle, motherfucker. I got
Listen, I'll give that shit out. Listen, if I can look at my ex-wife, and she's been remarried, I look at my other ex-wife, and she's remarried. You know what I'm saying? Well, now she's actually divorced. Who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? And not feel some kind of depression about the shit. Like, listen, I'm doing what I got to do. I got my kids around me. I got my oldest back. You know what I'm saying? Come on. You feel what I'm saying?
You don't understand the peace that's here right now, my dude. You don't see the peace surrounding me,
dude. It feels amazing. At the end of the day, I'm not going to be stressed about finances. I'm not going to be stressed about anything else. At the end of the day, if I'm here for y'all, I'm here for y'all. Same for, you know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure the same goes for y'all. I mean, shit. Every Friday, me and Nasty, we got a whole thing. I'm happy. I can't sit there and say I'm not peaceful. I am. Happy as I've ever been.
Happy to hear it. Those of you on the stream.
Mind you, Nasty see me at my stressed out level. I've been stressed. Working 2 jobs, coming to work and all that shit. Like, he's seen me. I can't sit there and say anything different. I'm not stressed.
So what you're saying is we did get you to speak from the heart, from the soul, and from the spirit.
No, baby. Speaking from experience, motherfucker.
Oh, we added a whole new category to this one, and from experience.
It's experience. But yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. I'm saying when you look at it, I guess, yeah, blue is peace, if that's the case. I'm good.
It is, though. It's psychologically proven to be a peaceful color.
And
Nasty, go ahead and ask your question, because you challenged me.
I don't even remember my fucking question at this point.
Oh, fuck it, then. You challenged me.
No, it was children. It was children. Indigo children.
Oh, okay. Moon children.
So there's this conspiracy, this concept that, kids, you were talking about Grace being able to pick up and be able to, see that.
You've seen it.
Yeah, I have. Uncle Sprinkles.
He's like, I benefited from it. What the fuck do you want from me?
All my nieces and nephews. Okay, niece and nephew. Forever Uncle Sprinkles. Hiya.
Wow. Please don't sue us.
All those interactions.
Please don't sue us.
He is not going to sue us. Dude, he received 2,000 emails.
I know. I wanted to be
doing
one
the
of
outfits. Like, I'm really pissed that we didn't put on that.
We still can't. No, we'll just step it up. We'll do one. We'll do an egg fried rice video. All of us and Uncle Roger get up. We'll just cook it. We'll do 3 simultaneous videos. That way, we really stress him out. Be like, you got to talk shit on all 3 of these.
He is gonna call you guys fried rice fuckboys. I'm not gonna
let him. You ain't gonna get me on that, dude. I gotta walk. Try me.
Fried rice fuckboy.
I got a whole walk ready to use.
All right, so let me ask you this: what kind of rice would you use?
Dude, leftover rice, of course.
Okay. I was making sure.
I've been watching the videos. Fuck that, dude. You
that
boil that shit in a rice cooker. You boil that shit in a rice cooker. You don't fucking do it on the stove. You do it in a rice cooker. You steam it. You let it cool out overnight, and then you fry that with fucking leftover rice. That's how it's done.
Yeah. That's how it's done.
Yeah, you don't fucking this is 21st century. You don't fucking even they don't use that shit. Like, come on.
I have a rice pot.
See, that's where you fucking up. You don't have a rice cooker.
Yes.
It's the most versatile thing in the kitchen.
No.
I guarantee you every Chinese restaurant you go to is using a rice cooker.
I'm pretty sure they are.
So then why you not
I
using
don't
rice
cheat.
cooker? Why you feel you so good?
You're not getting it.
Okay, so I do cheat. I bought that shit at the corner store the other day. I'm not even gonna lie. I was on.
He
lunch
knew this
break.
conversation was coming.
All in 76 hours, and he's so excited.
That's funny. Wow.
Yo, and you fucked up because this cat got a grocery store. He got a bodega, son. He could have sold you that rice.
Facts.
That rice
You
pop.
know,
You
you're
got
right.
four
you're
of them
right.
over there.
Hey.
You buy 2 boxes of mac and cheese, and you get a free crock pot. We've already established this.
For real, dog. No, yo, Chinese people. No, dude, they have a process. That white rice, they don't wash it as much because it's meant to be sticky.
Mm-hmm.
They put it in the fridge, and then the next day they pull it out, and that's where they get fried rice from.
Yeah.
Fact.
That's how
Latinos.
you get sticky
And you
fucking rice and
don't
not wash
fucking
it.
put sesame oil on it till the end. It's for flavor, not for cooking. If people would just
Yeah.
learn this. No,
Yeah,
we got
sesame
this.
oil.
We got this. We got the egg fried rice challenge in the bag. We get a bunch of orange polos. We'll hi-ya it up a couple times. It'll be all right.
Just don't be fried rice fuck boy. And make good with you. And make a good with you. Make
Good
sure
with
you
you.
have MSG in the house.
Sued.
I'll send you guys some MSG because I know it's hard to find. I can't think of you finding any Chinese markets.
I can guarantee you find it down there on that fucking international market off the
Oh, dude, I
waters.
know where 2 of them are. I know where 2 of them are. There's one within 15-minute driving distance. Best decision I ever made was me and Khaleesi going over there.
That's funny.
They're not gonna let us record their beast. Don't even think.
No,
about
not at all. No, not in the
That is
slightest
not
bit.
happening, my
They
God.
got shit
We
that
have
Tampa
to go
PD
here.
don't need to see.
it. Yeah, they will not let us record there. That ain't happening, my guy. Might be able to get some pictures. Be like being in North Korea. You can snap a couple of photos undercover and keep it moving. Cell phone upside down with a little hole in the shirt. Just
Wow.
snap the photo from the watch. So indigo children, special children with, abilities, and, they say you see imaginary friends and things like that. That is one of the things that the indigo children supposedly see. So I want to know, and Tara, you can definitely tell us in the chat because if he slips up here, what is an anime with indigo children?
I already
What
had it.
children from.
I wouldn't go throw that. You challenged me to connect auras and shit, and I had one on deck, boy.
Well, okay, my fault. Go ahead. I really do want to know though because I'm wondering. My question was going to be this: is the one that everybody made me watch, that No Eye Holes made me watch, Promised Neverland? Is that the name of it?
Yeah, I wouldn't count that as indigo children. I wouldn't.
But they were
definitely
special children.
They were selected, but it was
Oh, they were special, all right.
they were selected.
They were specially picked.
Nah, I wouldn't have one specifically for indigo children because, to me, that would equate a little closer to the Umbrella Academy as being special children, and that's
Or
more
what
of the
about-
comic realm.
Avatar, The Last Airbender.
That wouldn't be indigo children. That's just a product of, and that goes into Naruto, where there was an original bender that before anyone else could bend, he had to get the power, and then it just started from there from the tribes. It's like Naruto. The original amount of chakra came from a singular person, which then split to 2 brothers, which then came into the entire nations.
What was it that I watched? Was it Full Metal or the other one?
You haven't watched Full Metal yet. We've been trying.
No, I think that was the
No,
one that I
it's
watched.
not
It was the other one, right?
Which one?
Okay. So, it was the kid. He didn't have the power because his toe wasn't long.
Oh, you're talking
enough.
about My Hero. He didn't have the extra.
Okay, so
joint
My
in
Hero
his
Academia. So wouldn't that be it then? Like an indigo child?
That would
Like he
be-
wasn't special.
Not in the same way as what he's meaning it. So indigo children would be people who, the best way it translates to me because of my spiritual side is people who have unlocked specific chakras. They're born with the chakras unlocked. So there's a chakra for being able to commune with animals, essentially. People that have natural attractions to certain animals would be one of them. People who can see behind the veil and be able to see spirits and stuff like that. That would be when the chakras open. So on and so forth. My Hero was more based off of, it's kind of like The Boys is where it's kind of leading. Like maybe that superpowers are engineered type of deal, and that one of the things in natural evolution, for those who don't know that it's engineered, is that you're less likely to have a superpower if you don't have that extra joint in your pinky toe. Like that's a sign of the evolutionary change that you could manifest a power.
Over a fucking extra joint in your pinky toe.
Well, it's just one of those things. Like it's like an appendage. Like it's just one of those things. Like the power manifests in your body through a genealogical mutation, and one of the physical mutations that accompany it just so happens to be the extra joint in your pinky toe. One of those weird, obscure things that they throw out there. My link to the auras an anime. It was actually going to go because I threw the term out there specifically for it. It was actually going to go to an anime called Psychopaths.
The fuck?
Yeah, it's called Psychopaths. I've been trying to get you all to watch it for a while. It's a really cool concept.
I have it in my favorites.
It's a great show. It's essentially a show about a world where everyone has to maintain a well-adjusted psyche. If you even start to slightly deviate from what would be considered well-adjusted, your natural aura changes color. They call it a hue. And then there's multiple levels to that. If your hue just so slightly taints, then you get stunned and you get, like, rehabbed. But if your if your hue really taints and really goes bad, then, like, they have these guns that go from stun to fucking obliterate is the best way to do it. And, like, you pop like a fucking balloon. Like, it hits you with, like, a sound wave type ordeal, and, like, yeah, you just, like pop. But the whole basis of it is based off of people's natural auras and the way that you can maintain your personal level of psyche and aura control to a positive nature. And, like, let's say, like, one of the best scenes of the show is when someone who has got a tainted aura from running from the police goes into a mall and taints and, like, freaks everyone out and taints everybody's aura. And all of a sudden, a mall that was, like, just normal people like you and I are all panicked because they're just ill-equipped to deal with these stresses. And everyone's hue turns, and then everyone then becomes a target, not just the one that incited it.
That's crazy.
Imagine if something like that was to happen. Like, with this PC culture that we're hitting now, where, we are in a full-out cancel culture. We'll get the stuff going on with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp right now. And even further outside of that with different TV shows and different personalities. We're getting to a point where it's becoming completely unreasonable to show any emotion other than calm in public or in public eye. Like, take the yeah, I agree, fuck Amber Heard. Take, like, the Trump thumpers. Alright, take the Trump thumpers. The ones that go out into areas specifically looking to be triggered. You know what I mean? People that, like, specifically won't wear a mask into a specific grocery store because they made a press release that week. They weren't going to accept anyone who doesn't, do the thermometer test or the mask, and then they go there trying to pick shit. Karens, Gerald's, whatever variation of it you would like to label it. So imagine, like, a point in time where it becomes so socially unacceptable to show any emotion in public that you can be arrested for just simply raising your voice because you got fucked over $500 on your credit card. Yeah, like, shit to, like, if you watch, does anyone watch Black Mirrors?
No.
You never watched Black Mirror? So they have a great episode on there that kind of encompasses this kind of idea on a more realistic time frame or more realistic scale, and it's called Nosedive. And essentially everyone is rated on their personal interactions, just like we are here, through, like, an Uber 5-star rating system. You go to pick up a latte from Starbucks, and when you leave, you get to rate the person on the way they served you your latte, or they get to rate you on the way you received it, and so on and so forth. And, like, that determines your credit score. That determines your social status. That determines,
so many people up on that.
Exactly. And then there's, like, one of the major key parts is this chick is, like, trying to get into an apartment, but she has to have a certain like rating. And she's mad at her brother because her brother is, like, an online gamer, like a streamer. And he's, like, 5 stars because all of his stream pals, like, just upvote him left and fucking right. Where she's working her balls off and can't even get, like, a 4.5 star rating.
Yep. And even if you had money, if you're at, like, a 2.8, doesn't make a difference. You're not flying first class. They're not letting you into hotels. Like, you can't
even rent a decent car. Well, no, you can't even rent a decent car. You get, like, fucking 6-year-old model is falling apart because you have such a low rating score.
Yep. Your worth is your
social rating.
Is your social rating. And it even gets to the point, like, okay, so now you're pissed about your social rating, so you complain about it, and somebody doesn't like that, so they take your social rating some more. So it just becomes a fucking literal nosedive.
Yeah, it's a full catch-22. Like, you can't be mad that you're in a situation, but you can't. Being mad about being in a situation just makes it worse. Like, you literally just have to suck the dick and start being happy and sucking everyone's balls in order to get your rating up.
Put that in your straw and suck it.
I'm telling you, bro. So, like, my connection is just essentially the civil system in general. The way that it rated the colors for hues, the way that it was like using facial recognition cameras and security software within different stores to identify people's hues to send the inspectors out to fucking neutralize them. Like, yo, like that's some like Big Brother's watching type shit that we could eventually get to if we were to go full out into these conspiracies and they were to come real. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And on that note, I'll be right back.
He's like, all right, it's anime, I'm out.
Nah, I got a pit, so I'll be right back.
Got apple juice running through you?
Pretty much.
I guess, more than anything, since this is the Hunting for Answer stream, and we're the Hunting Party, what would you say is the most conspiracy theory anime out there? If you had to sum up one that's a conspiracy theory.
I'd have to throw into two. I couldn't just do one. Because they're we've talked about it a lot. My first one's definitely going to be Full Metal Alchemist. Because it's all about the conspiracy within the government to sacrifice people to do the Philosopher's Stones for the homunculi. And it's a parallel to, what was going on in World War II throughout the Holocaust and the loss of lives, generating power to this world to continue their magic in that side, essentially. So that one's got a major element of conspiracy to it, mostly because it's showing how the government of this world is the one pushing the experiments under the guise that they're trying to stop it. So it's all about, not trusting the government, looking behind the veil, doing what you can do to be good, stuff of that nature.
Yeah.
The other one is Death Note. It'll be one of my top conspiracy picks for anime. Death Note's about, essentially a Shimigami, a Japanese demon of death, coming and dropping a book that whoever the user finds it can write a name in it and that person will die. Or they can write a scenario of how the person will die in a time and they will die in that exact fashion. And then there was a high school student that was, well beyond, an advanced student who falls into possession of the book and then starts becoming a vigilante, killing different killers that make it in the news, and eventually becoming just a rampage serial killer under the name of Akita. Just terrorizing Japan's fucking criminal basis is the best way to look at it. Kind of like a different version of Dexter in the anime world. So that one's got a whole lot of conspiracy behind it because, he works with the police department to hunt himself down and misdirects them the whole way. So the conspiracy behind it. Yeah, it's fucking sick, dude.
No, that's very Dexter of him.
Very, very Dexter of him. So yeah, those two. That would be the two that I would say if you're really looking into some conspiracy theory anime that you like to watch that are a little more adult-oriented. Definitely these two, Full Metal Alchemist, or these three in general. Full Metal Alchemist, Death Note, Psycho-Pass. I didn't even get into the conspiracy side of Psycho-Pass, but how the main character's hue can't be changed. So there's a spoiler for that one to see why. They're great. Anime is known for different elements of conspiracy and overarching stories. Like my favorite, One Piece. Talk about that all the time. One of the biggest conspiracies behind One Piece is the Lost Century, and how before the world that we're watching was completely formulated, there was a great war that the entire history of civilization before that war was lost, and they're trying to find it. Anime's got a rich conspiracy history that I definitely advise anyone who's looking for something a little more outlandish to get into. It's not all just Goku grunting at the spirit bomb all the time. Just,
munching on sensu beans. One thing you did say, and I need to make this extremely clear. I have two issues with anime right now. One, all anime seems to be adult in some way, shape, or form.
Some way, yeah. Whether it be just upskirt shots or random moaning scenes, whatever it is, yeah.
Food Wars is just next level. I presented it to Beast and Mini Beast on the way back.
We gotta stop showing them bad animes. We gotta stop showing them outlandish animes. They'll never watch one.
Dude, I don't really think it was that bad.
It's not that bad. It's just it's anime. So when you start hearing the little schoolgirls moaning over some food, yeah, it's a little hard to swallow.
No, the worst part was the narration. So an adult dude comes on, so he feeds her the squid with the peanut butter.
Why is it? I knew it was gonna be the squid with the peanut butter. I knew that was gonna be
because I've only watched the first episode. It's gotta be the squid and the peanut butter. He's like, the narrator comes on. He's like, And because the squid with peanut butter was so putrid, it overtook her body and all her senses. As a squid is literally spreading her eagle. Oh, God. And then I
Yo,
thought about
watch some weird shit, dude. So anime recommendations. Cowboy Bebop, goddamn Gundam, G Gundam, goddamn Zoids, some shit that's not
worse
fucking...
is this is on Hulu. Like, you don't... Your kid can go on...
Are you going to start
one of these
suggesting...
kids can go on Hulu right now and find this and be like, oh, Food Wars. I like food.
I think he's going to start suggesting like Devilman Crybaby and shit here next, like to really get
and
these
then
people
it's
on
just
some
some other shit, and there's no control over that. If your 12-year-old who watches, a Master Chef Juniors decides to look up the word food and wars on Hulu, they're gonna come.
He's going to see a foodgasm. That's what's going to happen.
They're going to come across hentai with no warning. I mean, there's probably the whole "this is an R," but I don't even pay attention to that shit no more. But I need to look. This is rated for TVMA. Like, I don't even know if it has that.
No, Food Wars is definitely, it uses... See, anime found that one little, like, in-between ground to get through the rating system. As long as it doesn't show fucking tits, or as long as it doesn't, like, show an upskirt shot with the girl's panties leaking, or, like, some fucking, like... some nips. They can kind of get away with whatever they want on there. Like, they can make it as graphic as they want to with the mute or like the voice acting, shit like that. As long as they don't show too much. And anime has always been really good of walking the fuck out of that line. Like, what I want to know about anime, and if anyone in the chat can answer me this, please, because I've been looking for the answer for years. Why in fucking hell do anime characters nosebleed when they see something hot? Like, even the final fucking... Yeah. It's like even the final battle of Naruto when they're fucking fighting the chakra queen. I don't fucking remember her name, everyone. The mother of chakra. They're fighting her. Naruto does a sexy jutsu on her. Fucking, but it's like Naruto's normal sexy jutsu is him as a girl, like, fucking naked and shit. But instead, he, like, does a harem of men. Yeah, nosebleed is boner, but, like, how do the two go out? Like, my blood... If I see something super hot... My blood does not go to my head. Let me just put it that way. My blood is in a different head at that point in time. So that's always been my anime conspiracy, is like, do people's nose actually bleed when they see something just super sexy? And have I not been to that level of sexy yet? If so, I challenge. Let me see that level of sexy. I want a nosebleed. So you missed my anime recommendations. You missed the good ones. You got back in on nosebleeds.
Pretty much.
Get you back up.
Nosebleed equals boner. Wow, I've never had a nosebleed and a boner at the same time.
Too much blood flow to the penis goes out the other head.
Agreed.
Well, I mean, we are talking about, Japanese people that supposedly have little dicks, so I guess if there's that much blood flow, it's got to back up somewhere. I've never had that problem. Yeah, I have. I'm sorry. I don't want to lie on camera.
Because the wife will call you out.
She's been this whole time. She's like, I've seen pictures of Solange when she was little. Her and Beyonce together. Told you, during that segment, I got an earful in the background.
That's probably why you're turning like, what? No, shut the fuck up.
I said it. She jumped back in. She's still on that. I did. I was like, baby, I'm working here.
Stop. It's we have to pretend.
This is like
TV. It's live right now. What are you doing? You're killing me, Smalls.
She's like, no, you're going to listen to me on this one. I synced it. Synced my own damn
probably
ass.
just a whole roll and everything.
I'm surprised she didn't get in the chat and start with this shit.
Bro, I'm very surprised.
She's over there watching Dexter. That's what it is. I hear her in the background. I hear a monologue happening right now.
They got shrimps. What?
I want scrimps.
For
I want
real?
some scrimp. Yo, that's 100% a Tampa thing. I haven't heard that fucking K on some shit since I left Tampa.
Hey, K, before you disappear, man.
Don't do it. Don't disappear. Don't do it. It's a trap. Sleep is a trap.
No, he said that something's wrong with the damn internet.
Yeah, I talked to him about it yesterday. He's been having some pretty bad internet issues. Life sucks in the world of AK. I'm sorry, bro.
Hey!
Yeah, he's still got that link tree in there, though, boy.
Yeah, that's my dude.
Say, man, come hell or high water, I'm gonna drop that motherfucker.
Right?
Oh, my God. Oh. We've been all over the place tonight, yo. All over the place.
We really have. We've been all over the board, man. Seriously.
Yeah, and this is just the start. Like, again, everyone, this is just a quick little teaser and a couple of the topics we're going to be bringing about on the future cast. So if you all have enjoyed all of this madness tonight, please make sure to join us back on the next installment of Hunting for Answers. So I have a little bit more tonight. Hunting for Answers should be... I don't think we have a date yet for that one. We don't have a date yet for Hunting for Answers, do we? We got a date for all the other shows.
This makes me kind of miss Dope Vic, man.
Yeah, this one doesn't feel as conspiracy side without his little stressed out ass on the side. Dope Vic, if you happen to catch this, bro, we need that stress back in here.
For real.
But we need the stress back.
Talking about it doesn't feel quite as conspiracy without Dope Vic's stressed ass in the side box.
Slick Vic.
Slick Vic. I'm sorry, he did change his handle. Slick Vic.
Did he change it?
Yeah, it's Slick Vic now.
Well, on Instagram, it's Slick Vic. I don't know if it's Slick Vic on.
I still owe him. I still owe him a logo. I'm happy I didn't start on it if he changed his name, so I can get the new name.
He'll be back. They always come back.
They always come back. You see that, man? He called you back. He said you're gonna come back with your tail between your legs. I heard it.
He was listening. He was listening.
So no, man. So yeah, on this whole conspiracy side, though, like, I just wanted to kind of dampen us down with some anime for a minute because we started getting pretty outlandish. I know we got a lot on the board tonight. I'm not trying to go too deep tonight, so I want to leave a lot of speculation. Guys, we got some other stuff we'd like to talk about on the next installment. We're going to get into, like, some Nazi conspiracies on the next installment. We're going to talk about some Princess Diana in there. We'll talk about the 2000s W campaign and the weapons of mass destruction. Nasty's got one on Bohemian Grove he'd like to pop out on everyone. Of course, we're going to talk about the flat earth theory and all that fun shit that's just fucking stupid. But there is one major segment I'd like to get to tonight that I don't want to just gloss over. Before we get there, I do want to kind of get to one more fun conspiracy that we're around. And then I'm going to get to the one that we all have been waiting on. Is that cool with everyone?
Go.
The fun one, 5G. My favorite fucking conspiracy going right now is the most relevant current conspiracy on the market right this moment. And to me,
I gotta open a Red Bull for this one.
To me, as someone who works with technology so closely, the 5G conspiracy is about the cancer, the mind control, all that shit. It's just so fucking funny, dude. Like, how the fuck can this be so fucking scary for people? Like, yo, we've already been through it. We've been through two major things having to do with this. We went through 4G, and then we went through the conversion from analog to digital, where, like, you can't even do, like, straight coaxial cable the right way anymore. It's like, what the fuck? Like, why is 5G so fucking scary to people?
Well, I can answer that for you, Panda.
Let me tell you, brother.
What the Zionists and what the government doesn't want you to know, Panda, is that it's a conspiracy, man. DGT, DJT, I guess is how you'd say his name. He tried to protect you from this, but it's meant to sterilize you. It's gonna drive squirrels crazy. They're gonna come for your head. They're gonna eat your eyeballs out. It's microwaves in the air. It's literally a science oven. Without the
literally a science oven.
Science oven.
5G turns the world into a science oven. You heard it here first.
No, man. The videos that were going around. This is one of those ones that birds dropping out of the sky in areas where 5G started, and then Corona came out.
That was the best one. No, that was the best one because the same shit was said back with 4G and Ebola. They're like, yo, 4G came out and Ebola hit the world again for the first time. Yo, 5G's coming out and all of a sudden coronavirus hits the world. Like, yo, you really think airwaves?
Oh my god, no, my favorite one was where they took the mask and they took off the metal part and they were like, this is giving you cancer. This is a part of the 5G. And I'm like, oh my god.
They're saying the M95 metal clamps on the mask, like, are causing people. That's now a radio antenna now. The little piece that you put to hold your shit up underneath your nose is now a radio antenna. I wanted to come on tonight with a tinfoil hat, but I didn't do it.
No, the straight up though. Damn, I didn't even think about that. That was real low hanging fruit. I'm real disappointed in us.
Yeah, I was gonna do it, but I was fucking around beforehand. I had
Sad
work
thing
to
is,
do.
as a cook, I don't even think I have any foil in my house.
Oh, I had plenty. I could go up there and make one real quick.
It's on my shop. I'm pretty sure it's on my grocery list, which I haven't been able to complete because of my fucking back.
If Peaches is listening, you should just go to the kitchen right now and just grab that.
She's
Just
not
bring us some
listening. I'm
foil.
telling you, dude, she's balls deep in some Michael C. Hall life right now. Telling you. I've told you, dude, all she's been doing is watching Disney and serial killers. I'm really concerned for my life, but at least I know I will die with the most loving song in the world coming out of her mouth.
I do have a question though. All right, with the 5G thing, just to play devil's advocate. So the concept of because they are waves, radio waves, which is how a science oven works, because it sends radio waves through your food and rubs the water molecules together, and that's how the food heats up, friction. Rogan had a dude on, and they were talking the concept of latent viruses in our systems.
They could be activated through radio waves frequencies.
That could be reactivated.
I've heard that
radio
theory
waves.
before.
So if 5G is as powerful as people are worried about it being, is there the potential for something like that, I guess?
Yeah, dude, 5G is going to awaken the X gene in all of us. This time next year, every one of us are going to have mutant abilities. You didn't know that?
Oh, I can't wait to shoot spider webs out my hands. Oh, I so can't wait.
Mine won't come out my hands.
Look at what he's sitting there holding his Johnson.
Just swinging from building to building.
Like he's on an actual swing.
Wow.
It's a forward flip, so he gets the momentum to fling.
That's how I do the flick. I do a front flip, and then as I'm completing it,
yeah, the fucking the webs come out.
wow.
So yeah, 5G. The only reason why I want to adopt it, I'm not worried about the 5G. I'm just, I feel like it's snake oil right now. It's not what it's supposed to be. Like, what the 5G that's available now isn't what 5G is supposed to be.
No,
5G is the
right.
network that's supposed to let your car drive itself.
Yes.
That shit ain't happening just yet.
Nah, bro, you end up in a lake somewhere. You try to go off of this 5G right now. Fall asleep for a nap, wake up underneath.
Especially with the fact that, what I'm saying, our maps are not even up to date, so we might end up in a ditch for real.
Yeah, that's the truth, man. Be driving around like that episode of The Office. It said take a left here in the fucking pot.
Oh, so good.
So we were driving, and I saw a TomTom vehicle, like it was the Google vehicle. You know what I'm saying?
TomTom's still around?
My son said the same. What's TomTom?
Oh, wow.
Yo, for a moment there used to be a Google car that would drive by our store, one of my previous gigs.
Just gotta
And
give it a
whenever I
pressed
would see
ham
it,
as it goes by.
I would try to run out so that this way I could get on, and finally I got one where I jump spread eagle into the air, and you could actually see it on the Google. Like when you looked at the address and you went to the street address, you could actually see me jumped in the air in 3 of the pixels. It was so fucking amazing.
That's funny.
What was your serious one? I know you said you had a fun one and you had a serious one.
Well, my serious one is going to be deep. So you really ready to open that can? Because we hitting there. We got about 30 minutes left on the stream. So we go ahead and do this, motherfucker.
Go ahead and hit it, my guy.
Here's a deep one. I've
right.
been waiting all night to go ahead and talk about this because it's one of my favorite conspiracies to talk about. Because it just fucking shits on so many beliefs. That's just the truth. It just takes a massive wet dump on top of everyone's belief structure, and that's my favorite part about this conspiracy. And for those of you who don't know this term, go ahead and Google it. It's Anunnaki. Annunaki. So for those of you who've never heard of the Anunnaki, it derives from the first civilization's belief structure, the ancient Sumerians. So their belief structure and their, how would I put it, compilation of stories to the creation story was called the Seven Tablets of Life. And it chronicles how Adam and Eve were not created, but yet visitors that came here to settle amongst other intergalactic beings that have came to settle Earth, and that humankind is not actually a product of evolution, but instead a product of genetic engineering done by these visitors, the Anunnaki, where they took our previous evolution, the Homo erectus, genetically engineered us with some of their DNA to create what's now Homo sapiens that we are today and have evolved from. And it goes so deep. It goes so deep into the Anunnaki. It touches into the Greek and Roman pantheon of their mythology hierarchy. It directly parallels many of stories out of the Bible and those that have been passed on throughout time to create the Bible, which is something a lot of people don't know, but like the Great Flood actually comes out of the Tale of Gilgamesh. So like that's one of those inherited stories down. Same with Moses. It's got very many parallels to stories in the ancient Sumerian texts. Adam and the apple, it wasn't actually that in the Sumerian text. It was I can't remember his name. It was another A word.
Adama.
Adama.
There was
Adama,
I was gonna say they made a whole civilization called Adamo, or a whole human race called Adamo, which was first man,
based off of the first man who what was it? He ended up having his boat destroyed at sea and fought the wind spirit, breaking its wing, and then was invited to Anu's court and was told by more or less a trickster spirit, something that's pretty easy to draw an analogy to Loki from Norse mythology. More or less told him the wrong etiquette as to what to do in the royal court of the gods. Part of which was to deny any food that was given to him, because the food that would have been given, the holy food, would have actually given humankind the power of immortality, infinite life. So instead of us being kicked out of the Garden of Eden over taking the fruit, it was more that we gave up the chance to be in the true godly image of immortality by passing up the food. Then overpopulation of the garden from the workers of the Anunnaki then led to us being banished from this promised land. So it's kind of like an overall view on it. Guys, I definitely advise everyone to do your research, but I'd really like to talk about this because it goes so much deeper. Like, that was easily 30 seconds, a 30-second summation of like 2 hours worth of like in-depth reading and research that was done earlier, and more that's been through that. Like, this shit with the Anunnaki touches so deep into even like Judeo-Christian mythology of like the books that were taken out, like the Book of Enoch, and talking about the Nephilim. Is that how you say it, right? The Nephilim, which are more or less the children, offsprings of these fucking Anunnaki. And then even the Anunnaki themselves, the original hybrids, are considered to be what we in current mythology and like modern mythology would consider to be demigods and like champions of like warriors that we had, like Hercules, Achilles, stuff of that nature. It's fucking interesting as fuck. And it like talks like goes into like the book of Judas, which is one of the books hidden underneath the Vatican. Goes into talking about how Judas wasn't actually like such an outlier as he's portrayed in current Christian mythology, but more as the one who could actually see Jesus for who he was, and the other 12 disciples could not see Jesus for what it was still worshiping the wrong God, where Judas was able to see that supposedly Jesus was one of the Anunnaki offsprings. There's a lot, there's a whole deep dive into the way that this ancient Sumerian text and the 7 tablets of creation echo throughout time into current beliefs and ancient beliefs alike. So y'all have done research into this, right?
Yeah, no, dude. For me, it's ancient aliens. You know, whether you want to say that, I don't know. I know that's a very simplified, digging down, but it's the concept that humanity has been guided. And there's just too many examples. The crazy thing is that if you read Genesis and you compare it to the 7 tablets, it's very similar story. Like
it lines up so well.
Even when you think of the concept of the story of the ship breaking and him battling the wind god, there's the story of Abraham. It's the story of Jacob. where Jacob wrestles God. Jacob sends his family ahead of him. I'm pretty sure it's Jacob. I'm almost 98% sure it's Jacob.
I thought it was Jonah.
And then, no. Jonah is
Jonah's
the whale.
Yeah, you're right.
Jonah's the whale. That's way further down in the Old Testament. In the beginning, no, it was Abraham.
No, Abraham's sacrifice on the mountain.
Well, Abraham was supposed to sacrifice Jacob on the mountain.
So yeah, then it would be Jacob because it was Abraham.
So it was Jacob.
Yeah.
So Jacob is walking his family back from somewhere, and he sends his family forward, and then he stops, and then an angel shows up, and these are what they call Christophanies. And Christophanies are the moments in the Bible where Jesus has shown up before Christ has actually been born, because there's times in the Bible that people say is Jesus showing up. They call it, but there's 17 Christophanies. It could be 12 or 17 either way. The concept though is that, you know, Jacob has to fight and wrestle with God all night. And then by the end of it, you know, God and Jacob are at an impasse, and, you know, the creator puts his hand on his hip and is done, stops it. But because he was able to wrestle with it, you know, and ended up winning in a sense because he survived the battle, just like, you know, the wind god concept, he was now the hope of the future generations. So, you know, the concept, again, the universe is just so,
well, he was also the one chosen for the Great Flood as well. Same man in the Sumerians was the one chosen as the Noah of the Great Flood version of the story, where he went out, he built the boat. He was tipped off early, he built the boat, fucking went out and not just got animals, but also got people to be able to recreate civilization because of one of the Anunnaki tipping him off out of sympathy, essentially.
It was like, what's his face giving fire?
And that's the crazy thing. Like, we dismiss so much of the Sumerian culture with, like, the 7 tablets of life, everything, but we take so much from their contribution to society. They were the first to develop the will. They were the first to do written record of events that happened. They were the earliest in it. They cultivated more or less modern everything, dude. Like, they're such an advanced culture for their time, and we give them creditation for the advancements that we use modern time, but we just completely dismiss all of their beliefs, all of their writings, all their records, most of which you can route back to actual events happening in human life.
Now here's the thing.
Exactly like the angel and demon tablets and supernatural, 100%.
The shit that I was watching, that you guys actually, I think Nasty had me watching earlier. So way back then, so there was thoughts that they could actually control the weather, the stuff that happened, you know, things like that. And when they looked at the fact that, like, the dinosaurs roaming the earth, you know, it was a bad thing, so they literally wiped it out. Now this is coming back to the fact that, you know, the Anunnaki stems from before them, you know, what's even, you know, written.
I think we did a bit of a disservice. We jumped into the middle of the Anunnaki without explaining who the Anunnaki were. Can you bring us up with that? Can you bring the chat up with that a little bit, Beast, or do you want me to take that?
I can't, but the person who can, I mean, I would say honestly would be either you or Vic. But like I said, I looked at, you know, what I looked at and, you know, listened to kind of made a little sense. Now, again, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that, you know, it's fact, but from what they said, it made a little sense to me, because when you think of beings, when you think of angels, and then you're taking the fact that you have extraterrestrials and that we're not alone, it makes a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? Because...
Hold 2 seconds. I have to step away. I have the old girl sitting here begging at me to go to the bathroom. So I'll let you all... Yeah, baby's at it. She's old. She can't hold it anymore. So, go ahead and finish up that thought. Can we all bring everyone up to speed as to who exactly the Anunnaki were while they were here? Thank you.
I was going to say, I'll let Vic do that one.
So there's 2 schools of thought on it. There's either you know, they're the ancient aliens. They're the people that visited. In terms of the spiritual or religious side, it's the Sumerians, the Assyrians, the Babylonians. They all kind of believed in the Anunnaki. There are several different names for them, but they're a group of deities. They're a group of gods. Specifically on the internet, in Nana's descent into the netherworld, the Anunnaki are portrayed as 7 judges who sit before the throne of Eshkragai in the underworld. Later, Akkadian texts, such as the Epic of Gilgamesh, follow this portrayal during the Old Babylonian period. The Anunnaki were believed to be Sithonic deities of the underworld, while the gods of heavens were known as the Igi. So Eric von Daniken, and he's a writer of Chariots of the Gods, one of the first dudes to really, kind of present. And he studied religion. Like, he was meant to be, I think he was going to be a Druid or a Jesuit. Actually, he was going to be a Jesuit priest. And he finds the Book of Enoch, or he's given the Book of Enoch. And that's what kind of changes his mind to say, okay, I'm going from a man of faith to a man of faith with science. And the big thing when you look at the Anunnaki, or you look at the concept of ancient aliens, is that the ancient aliens and the gods are technically, they're the same thing. It's just a person's understanding of what you would think an alien would be a god. If you see somebody show up on a ship, and it sounds like a dragon, to the Chinese, they thought, there's this guy who's a king. And basically he'd come down on this sky dragon. As we talked about, I think it was last week, we were talking about the book of the spaceship. Fuck, Ezekiel? It's the book of Ezekiel.
Yeah, Ezekiel and the golden, or the burning chariot.
Yeah, the burning chariot.
Yeah.
So what people, and if you go from Homo erectus to Homo sapien, and you see these people who have powers beyond what you have, then you're going to deify them. So some people chose to, make it into these are our gods, or deify them. These are our gods, as opposed to an outside influence from an extraterrestrial location. So, I was explaining to the chat how the Anunnaki are more spiritual and thought to come from the underworld and things like that. But again, if you don't understand French, you're only gonna slowly get the concept. If you look at, there's a Mayan king.
You're talking about the giant. He was essentially a Nephilim, like the king that was like reigned over top of his people. That was like, the depictions of him are of this fucking giant, elongated
not that dude.
Oh, okay.
You're talking about oh god, the Egyptian. Fuck, with the head. No, what I'm talking about. Look up Mayan king spaceship.
Did you all talk about who the Anunnaki actually were while they were here and all that?
Yeah, he went over that.
I didn't know if I missed that part.
The 7 judges and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we talked about Eric von Daniken and how he was a Jesuit. And once he read the Book of Enoch, it kind of opened up his eyes to kind of see things differently and accept the concept that what we consider God.
Sorry. Go ahead. Continue. I was just saying,
what we consider God is really, just our understanding of a creature that's beyond our scope of understanding.
Absolutely.
So we just attach it to the concept of God.
So here's what Nasty's referring to: the king in the Mayan religion.
King Pakai, yeah. So you see that picture right there? There it is. I want the stand-up one.
The stand-up one? This one right here?
Yeah, so that picture, if you go to the left again and go up just a little bit, you'll see one. Should be another image that's kind of flatter. There you go. That one's fine. So if you look at this, all right, and see if you can give me perfect. Can you expand that?
No, I can't get any bigger.
Okay.
Sorry, it only grows so much. Oh wait, I might be able to. No, it fucking resizes it. Being a douche.
All right, but if you look at this picture right here, look at his nose. You see how there's something going into it?
It's a breathing apparatus.
Oxygen. Look at his right foot.
See, I see it better on this one.
What's going on with his right foot?
His right foot looks like it's operating a pedal.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
The left foot looks like it's operating a pedal. If you look behind him and you look at the back, right along the border, you see the little circular lines. Doesn't that look like the back of a rocket ship? Go down a little further, move your over towards the right border there. Or is that your left border? Right there, right where you just kind of hovered over. That's supposed to go up a little bit. Up a little more.
This whole area right through here.
Right there. That's supposed to look like fire coming out of a rocket.
That's exactly what it looks like. It's fire coming out of
If
the
you
back
look
of a
at the
rocket ship.
top, the tip looks like the tip of a rocket ship.
Yep.
So this is over his tomb, but this is supposedly him in his spaceship going into space. And the Mayans, they lined up with the constellations.
That's the other crazy thing. Almost all pyramids or ancient structures in the world line up with the stars. And it has something to do with the Anunnaki.
Yeah, I saw that.
Ley lines. It lines up with the ley lines.
With the Nazca lines?
Well,
because that's another one that lines up with this really hard. Is like, who the fuck are the Nazca lines for?
Yeah, the Nazca, you talk about the drawings, like when you're in space.
The monkey, the spider, yeah.
The gray, because there is a gray there.
Yeah.
But the ley lines are where they say, like, Bermuda Triangle's in a ley line.
Okay.
And they kind of line the Earth, and they're supposed to be these, apexes of energy.
Yeah, the magnetic fluxes on Earth.
Yeah. Every one of them lines up with a ley line. Like, you can look up, pyramids and ley lines, and you will see. Dude, there's pyramids in China, but China's taken the time to actually put greenery over them. But if you look topographically from the top, there's fucking, pyramids in China, straight up. So it's some crazy, wild, kooky, off the walls guys. Hunting for Answers is coming soon. We are the hunting party. Boss man, where are we going from here?
Well, guys, you all had another video for what's on your plate, right? I think that's a good area to leave off. We've given a lot of our viewers a chance to be introduced into something they may not have known. I definitely challenge everyone, look into some Anunnaki, look into the Book of Enoch, look into the Book of Judas. Let's round back to this conversation. I'd really like to expand on this one, get a little bit more of a deep dive, maybe a specific Anunnaki stream one day. But yeah, from here, because like the only other things I had on my list that I think are going to be good as honorable mentions that I would like to look at later on Hunting for Answers. I don't know how I have this stream up. I'm sorry. Would be yeah, I'd like to talk a little bit about CERN, about the super collider. That's one I'd really like to talk about, and the conspiracies hiding around it. And I want to dig into Flat Earth Society. Like, that's one thing you can't talk conspiracies without poking fun at those idiots. Like, that's just all there is to it.
True.
So I would like to actually poke a little fun at that, talk about it, give it a little bit of accreditation to like what their actual beliefs are, and then just fucking go off the rails and talk about that. So yeah, guys, if you all enjoyed this, like, let us know. Give us a little feedback. We're gonna be doing this some more. Tell us some other conspiracies you all would like to take maybe a deep dive into. Other than that,
more with the link tree.
More with the link tree.
Welcome back, actually.
The only thing I'd like to do from here to move us along, let's go ahead and go into what's on your plate, guys. I heard you all got some a good video for us today. Is that right?
Yeah, well,
some good pizza.
We went hunting for just let this boy just.
He just threw that shit in there. He was so hype about it. He said, "Man, it was good pizza." That's what it was.
You want to tell them what your favorite was now? so guys,
all of it.
We've been hunting for answers all night, but earlier on, Beast and I, even with me and my cane, he had to see me in my weakest with my cane.
Wow.
We went hunting for food.
It wasn't the first.
That is true. You have seen me with my cane before. But we went hunting for food.
Hunting for pizza. That's what it sounds like to me.
Hunting for pizza, yeah. Hunting for dough and sauce.
Sorry, guys. On that one, we're gonna take you into what's on your plate tonight. Let's go ahead and get this video loaded up here. I don't feel like they haven't been able to hear you. They have been able to hear you. I'm dumb. Just ignore me. Just ignore me. Look at that sexy ass logo. You see a rotation logo? Let's go ahead and get it started.
What's going on, Rotation TV? We are here for what's on your plate at Eddie and Sam's New York Pizza. So we wanted to go ahead and take a look and see what they got offering, because I was told by a reliable source that this is the closest that we get to home. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and introduce my partner in crime over here.
So Rotation. So what's on our plate?
Brought to you in part by Radion.
Eddie and Sam's. I kept wanting to call it Sam and Eddie. I think you got a little bit of a better flow.
Bro, so...
But, who am I to tell the place what they should be named? We got Chips McLovin with us as always.
God damn, I didn't have the munchies till I saw that shit. That shit looked good as fuck.
Representing for America. Alright, Chips, initial thought on that first bite.
Remember that pizza from New York that I first had? It tastes just like that, to be honest.
With that accent, I'd never believe that Chips has ever been to New York. Remember that pizza I once had in New York? Man, that was the shit.
So, eating pizza is not one of these skills.
Oh, you getting the beard.
It goes in your mouth, bro.
Sharpen
Wow, you kept the beard clean.
Really good. Has a good flavor. I didn't even put.
I was trying to spare the beard.
Yo.
Yeah, but did you taste the pizza? Because it's all over on your plate. I didn't see a single piece of cheese go into your mouth.
Bro, let me tell you. I wish
Yeah, it was pretty good.
cheese. But I'll take it.
Yeah, I can see as you're like slurping it there.
Skilled, man. Skilled.
Loving the sauce. Loving the tang on that sauce. So it's a little floppy.
That's what she said.
Nice crisp at the back. So I'm okay with that grease because it's actually got really good flavor. We go. Chips going in for the sausage.
Well, hot damn, this is the shit.
A little zazich.
How's that sausage in your mouth?
I want a 32-inch pie.
I love how they put the extra white cheese on it. Don't you prefer the plain or the sausage?
Plain.
The plain, okay. So not a fan of the sausage. Not a fan of the zazich. So the man that we know is a fan of the zazich.
Wow, really? This is what we're doing now.
Yeah, that's what we do in Beast. That's how we do
The
it.
salt was on your plate. Now we want to see what's in your mouth.
We should have asked you that question.
Beast is choking on that sausage. Hey.
No, almost sense. I like the taste of the sausage, but I do like the plain better.
Yeah, I think eating this like right out of the oven, a little crispier, might
Makes a big difference.
makes a difference. Still a good slice though. Check the quality of the Italian sausage.
The flavor of the sausage is not bad at all.
Sausage. The RTN TV IRL mill. Sausage.
It's good sausage.
Not a lot of times that me and Nancy agree on something.
But they can agree on sausage, that's for sure.
Is their chicken parm. You see, it's got the ricotta. They actually don't put sauce on the crust. They go with like a white pizza base, and then they put dollops of the red sauce over it, like you would a chicken parm. I really like that. I'll tell you honestly, I think I will come back here more for their specialty slices. No, straight up. This is crack. The ricotta, nice amount of ricotta.
Ew,
base.
ricotta. Ugh.
Again, the sauce hits. Chicken cutlet, decent piece of chicken cutlet. I'm impressed.
This is what's left of the lasagna pizza.
You child. You don't even eat your crust.
How's my beard look?
Baby.
Still good?
Yeah, just like 2 pieces of cheese in it, but you'll be alright. I'd rather you save that for when
I
you're
was about to say, is
Right
this
here,
we're saving it for the
standing
stream.
out a lot.
If you look really close when Beast comes back, you'll see that piece of cheese right below his
Right here,
mustache.
standing right there.
It's standing out like.
Where is it? Is it right here? Right there?
It's, you pointed
He was
directly
saving
at
it for the
over.
stream.
Oh, you did. You literally put your finger on it.
I know exactly where it's at. I got one here and one over here. Put it out there right now, Maura. I don't know what the fuck you're
Well, technically, he was saving a piece of cheese for the stream.
I don't know what the fuck you're thinking. This shit is I like this.
I think it's because they don't make a vegan pizza, and you're just being. I think you're just being
They do.
a snob.
They have an eggplant parmesan.
Got him.
Wouldn't that be considered?
No, it's the
No.
cheese.
You're right. Never mind.
Yeah, Beast. Cheese ain't vegan, bruh.
So I got a question for you real quick. Now I gotta spin it this way. My question is, would you take a woman on a pizza date for one of these pizzas?
Yeah, I would bring her here. Just
Hell yeah.
I wouldn't say, "Hey, babe, you want to go to Sam? Eddie and Sam's for a slice." But if we were out and we were about and we wanted to grab a quick slice of pizza, I would definitely bring her here. But if I was going to like a pizza date, I would go to more of an Italian restaurant where you sit down, you got the ambiance, maybe like a wood fire pizza or a coal fired pizza with a nice Chianti.
Bake that bitch on the
nice,
snow or on the stone.
Red, All right, final.
On the snow.
piece of food I'm gonna try today. I don't think I'm eating any more today. Sicilian style. Nice thick slice. For those
Because
who don't
Nasty
know,
likes it thick.
supposedly how the pizza's made in Sicily. Almost like a bready. Or bready. I would thought they might have put a little more sauce on it.
But that's pizza bread.
But,
That's not even pizza. That's pizza bread. That's a
but-
loaf with pizza toppings on it.
What's your opinion?
Thick like Beyonce. Got that mama ass.
Least favorite thing?
No. Sicilians are tough for me, man. I grew up eating Sicilian. It reminds me of my grandmother because it was her favorite kind of pizza. And Sicilian just doesn't need to be this thick. I like it to be
Sicilians don't need to be that thick. Racist.
very bready. Good flavor. Pinky out.
Looks like such a bitch. Just eats it with his pinky out with a fork. Who eats pizza with a fork?
That's good, but I'm still not gonna eat all of it.
Well, that's good, but I ain't gonna eat all of it though.
Wasn't gonna say anything.
Hashtag pinkies out.
Hashtag pinkies out.
Wow, you made it fit in his mouth.
It's so big, even it makes these hands look small.
That's hard to do.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
I still like the flavor of it, man, because the sausage,
The flavor's there. It's just
it's too doughy.
too doughy.
It's not,
I just made it look like you took a bite off the bun. That's hilarious. Alright, final thoughts. Sam and Eddie's. Or Eddie and Sam's.
It ain't cheese if it's vegan.
so, my final thoughts is they make a hell of a good specialty pizza. I like the cheese. I like the sausage. I wonder how their meat lovers pizza tastes. That's what I'm wondering.
I wonder how the
But,
meat tastes. That's what I heard.
Their Sicilian, not a big fan. It's too much. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to eat something, and you want one slice to fill you up, that'll be something I would say to eat.
Yeah.
However, not a bad pizza spot. Not a bad pizza spot.
Scale of 1 to 10 on the whole restaurant. I'm not going to ask you to break that each individual slice. Just
I'll give it a 6.
6 out of 10? Chips, final thoughts on the restaurant.
Y'all just like going to places to insult these motherfuckers. I give it a 6.
I mean, pizza was at least good.
Maybe if we talk enough shit, they'll give us free food.
Chicken parmesan.
Chicken parm slice. So, overall, good place. I would definitely come back. I would agree with Beast. 5.8 out of 10, 6 out of 10. It's not average. It's above average.
5.8? What is this?
It's decent.
Almost
Yeah,
worth
I'll
the
put it
star.
this way.
Almost. You don't get that
It's
corner though,
definitely
motherfucker.
probably in
You don't get that corner.
The top 10 pizzas I've had in all of Florida. Remember, that's just a 6 out of 10. I think the best place I've been in Florida has probably been like a 7.5 out of 10. And I know I'm being totally bougie.
They won't give a 10 till they go back to New York.
but,
That's just all it is. The
New
standard
York
has
style
been
pizza. When you
set.
say you got New York style pizza, and if you look, calling themselves New York pizza, you got a high standard of the looks.
Not to mention when you put real New York pizza made with real New York water.
They ain't importing that
Other than
water.
that,
That's a
everybody-
lie.
I'd like to thank you for joining us on another adventure.
I don't remember that because of the courts.
Corner of Tampa and Twigs. We're gonna go ahead and put the address right here, as we always do. Guys, we'd like to thank you for coming out with us, and remember, you're gonna have the shorter version tonight on the stream, but their full review will be up on YouTube before the weekend's out, if we can get our tag shit together. But outside of that, I thought it was good.
I thought it was pretty good too.
Yes.
I mean, the specialty pizza is where it's at for me.
Yeah, 6 out of 10. Ultimately, guys, though, we
But I
always
feel
wanna
bad
ask
for you
and
if
we
you
always
ain't
wanna
got
know.
pieces that big in
What's on your
California.
plate?
They even had one of those jumbo size, like huge ass, like the pizza shop that you were telling us. So we were trying to figure out what the name of it was. But they have one of those jumbo pizzas. Like I used to go to a spot in South Florida called Giant Pizza, and the first time I had it was cut into squares. That's how you know it's a big fucking pizza. Like the slices, are like
square cut.
big as children. But it's a circular pizza cut into squares, which is a strange concept. We definitely are more back. You know, you asked a little earlier. Yeah, we literally walked up and were like, "Yo, we want some slices." They didn't hook us up. Like the thing that bothered us was that we ordered like true New Yorkers. We ordered like true New Yorkers. Like I was like, "Yo, I want a slice of plain. I want a slice with sausage, and I want a Sicilian." So Peace goes, "Yeah, I want the same thing times 2." So that should imply 3 of everything. Then he orders the lasagna slice, which I don't know how we lost the footage of the lasagna slice. Like I think we just jumped in and we were so enamored with it because we tried to slice a lasagna pizza. It was literally like a lasagna on crust.
That shit caught my eye. It caught my eye. Like, yo, it's right there, and it said lasagna, and I'm like, oh man. And then right next to it was the chicken parm, and I'm like, oh man. I'm like, hey, let me get one of each.
They had like 10 pies ready to go at any given point in time. Major beefs though. We did have some beefs, and there was a cop. I don't know if you guys saw him. He was like, "Yo, I don't want to be on stream," so I kind of like zoomed in the videos at some point so you couldn't see dude. But he had like he struck up a whole conversation with us, and he kind of got the same shit. Yeah, the one that was behind me. Yeah,
the cop.
I didn't realize he was a cop until I went back and started editing video. I was like, "Oh shit, this dude's a cop."
Bro. Like he spazzed. He was like, "I don't want to be in the video. I don't want." And like, bro, like it was hilarious.
The extra Spanish accent. I don't want to be on the video. No, no, senor.
I don't know how I missed his badge. Like I was so caught up in the pizza, I didn't even realize it was a cop. But they have like one of those. Like they have like the Domino's pizza, the Pizza Hut spot, the Quiznos. You remember how Quiznos had that machine that they sent your bread through, so it would get toasty, and by the time it came out, it was toasted just to perfection. So you put it in one side as a conveyor belt and comes out the other. Mr. Bigglesworth.
Yeah, did you all just watch him? He just hopped up and got super comfy,
like
dude. he had no restraints. He's like, all right, I'm invading the stream now. This is my camera time.
Mr. Bond. They call me Mr. Panda. Watch me stroke this pussy. They had, rather than heating up their pizza in the oven like you would expect a spot to do, they have a fucking toaster to heat your pizza up. It's a decent process, but it just doesn't maintain that crisp. Like I think the undercarriage, Portnoy refers to it as the Pop-Tart. That's the under of the pizza. The cheese slices, because we had to go back and order them again. We weren't charged for them, so at least we went back and ordered the cheese pizza, and the cheese was fucking delicious, man. It was a good slice, man. But you got to be able to handle an order, especially with the amount of pizza they're kicking out. They got to be putting out at least 400 slices a day. No
seriously.
Asked.
Because we were in the back of the line at the time that we first got there. Like it was.
They have 3 doors. Like people don't know where to walk into. Like it's a thing. But you're not a pizzeria if you don't have that shitty ass juice. And I know when you went to New York and you hit a pizzeria, you saw the shitty ass juice.
I know the exact juice.
Lemonade or pineapple and red. And red. And it's just percolating. Like it's just going through this weird filter of just going, yo. So you're not a real pizzeria if you don't have that. But overall, it was a good place. For me to give a pizzeria in Florida a 6. Like that's a good score. It's not
just going out to insult motherfuckers at this point. That's all it is.
No, it's not that we're going out to insult anybody.
Businesses.
There is one piece of the video that if you go on the YouTube, and it'll be up tomorrow because it's already cut and edited. I'll have it up tomorrow if we can get our tag shit together like we said in the video. I challenged the guys and they didn't even bother because once I did it, I've been told we've been eating pizza wrong. This whole time.
Yeah, oh man, that shit was hilarious when you did it.
The only person I saw eating pizza wrong was Beast because it didn't go in his mouth.
Did you see that?
Really?
It was like a Benny Hill video, him fucking fiddling with the cheese. He just kept rolling it up and rolling it up. I had to speed it up. You don't understand, edit it down. You don't understand. 6 minutes of watching Beast play with cheese was fucking hilarious, yo.
That's why you sped it up.
That old age catching up with you, boy.
Hey, man, it is what it is.
So this will be up on the YouTube. Yes, hashtag the YouTube. Just like hashtag the Google.
What's up, buddy?
I ended up trying to eat the pizza upside down because your taste buds are on your tongue. So wouldn't it make concept that if your tongue was the first taste of cheese and the sauce, is the crust creating a barrier of you not getting the flavors? But after I put it all in my mouth, I was just like, nope, same shit. Either way.
Mouth is full. I taste everything.
If it's a pinky or it's a middle finger, it's the same shit.
Wow.
Wardrobe change.
Wow.
We're one layer away from the
One
nips.
layer away from the nip shot. One layer away. Too bad we're getting to the end.
Yes, but my beard did stay clean.
Really, because you still got some cheese right there.
So yeah, if you're in the Tampa area, Sam and Eddie's, or Eddie and Sam's, I keep calling them fucking Sam and Eddie's. Eddie and
And
Sam's.
Sam's.
It was a decent slice of pizza. Even the wife, when she had it cold. In the historical footnote time, Beast finally got to meet Khaleesi today.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Just shoot with a box of pizza, no heating it up like a straight savage. Like Tap Out Beast Jr. was like, "Hey, aren't you gonna heat that up?" And I'm like, "Nope, she's a savage." She's
Who
like,
doesn't
"Fuck
eat
that."
cold
Cold
pizza?
pizza is delicious, dude. Who the
He's
fuck
like,
eats
I don't
that
eat cold
relative?
pizza. It's
I
the
knew
team.
you was a
Pizza.
bitch. I knew. That's why we
Cold
can't
pizza
win at
either.
Apex when you're there.
I
If you
don't
eat some
microwave
cold pizza,
pizza.
you'll man up, your balls will drop, and you'll be good.
I don't even put pizza in the science oven. Pizza should only go in the real oven. It should not go in the science
Nah,
oven.
bro. You gonna reheat some pizza, a little bit of water in a cast iron pan, throw that bitch on the eye, you good.
Or nuke it and then finish it off in a pan. But it should come into contact with some kind of hot surface.
Naughty, fuck that. Cold pizza.
The bitch.
Cold
I like
pizza.
that.
I'm about to go grab some cold pizza right now. Cold pizza delicious.
Can't even eat no pizza.
Dude, everything fucks up your damn stomach. I'm just saying, dude. You might as well just take the
Honestly,
chance.
Yeah.
Cold
Man
pizza,
up,
hot
homie.
pizza gonna mess with your stomach. It's gonna mess with your
It's the
stomach.
same
either
pizza,
way.
yeah. Now,
Dude,
now you're
even
just
my
looking for
daughter loves
little
cold
bitch
pizza.
excuses.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can't co-sign
the
that one.
bitch.
Little bitch. Little bitch. Use a bitch, little bitch.
The
Free
hashtag chips is my
puberty.
adopted son.
Free chips is puberty. That's been unlocked for a good few years now. It's about time that got free. Just let them drop,
Let those
homie.
balls descend. Just let them descend.
Wow. All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap it out. We're hitting out the 4-hour mark. Normally, we would do all chatter aside, but we want to keep it a little shorter tonight. So we're just going to kind of roll straight into recommendations for the evening. I'll go ahead and kick us off, guys.
Let's go for it.
No, man, my recommendation's been pretty straightforward. You know, I've been on a positivity kick. Nasty asked me to hop off of that for a little bit, give some real recommendations. So I'm gonna go back to my old recommendation, Joe. I've been smoking on this purple skunk lately. This shit's been delicious. I'm out at this point. I've got my last little blunt right here. That's the last one.
Little blunt. You
Last
call
little
that a
blunt.
little blunt.
Last little blunt right here.
Not a little blunt.
It's my
This
last
is a
one.
little blunt.
It's pretty thin in comparison to like my normal like 1.5 inch thick blunts. So I definitely advise it, man. It's got a really mellow high. It definitely kicks in the munchies. So for anyone who's like myself that can only bring themselves to eat once a day and has a struggle with hunger, I definitely advise it. It's great relaxing. You know, it's a nice high. It's a nice high. Throw on some serial killer documentaries, smoke down a little bit, watch a little Anunnaki. You know, it'd be a good night with this fucking purple skunk. It'd be delicious. So that's mine,
Yeah.
yo. That's mine. Hey, smoke weed every day. That's my recommendation.
You can only watch the Anunnaki High because I couldn't watch that shit's over.
Nah,
But it
you
did
just
keep
haven't
my
opened your
open.
mind enough.
No, because it made sense. It made a lot of fucking sense. Like, we're going to talk later on, but the shit made sense. I was like, fuck. Damn, that makes a fucking good point.
So
that was,
mine.
that was
It's
your
on me now.
recommendation?
Yeah, mine's purple skunk.
All right. Well, being the fact that I'm completely sober again. My recommendation is take chances. There's a lot of things that
not as
people are
bad
afraid
as you
of.
think it is.
No, I mean, honestly, there's things out there that are far worse than, you know what I'm saying,
look
than,
up that
than you,
shit,
you can even think. And I'd say take a chance. You know, there's things out there that, you know, you may never know that can change the way you see things. It'll change your perspective. But, you know, go out there, take a chance, be happy. Because at the end of the day, when you expand your mind, you never know what you could lead to.
Spend your mind.
Hey.
Do drugs.
I didn't say do drugs. You did not hear that shit from me.
That was
Okay.
that was the subcontext of that statement.
No,
That was
there
the
was no messages at all in that one. I just said expand your mind, open your
doing
mind, take
drugs.
chances. And let me go ahead and get a little more in depth. Do not do drugs because I'm not gonna sit there and endorse that shit at all.
The target because you're sexy, Tap Out Beast Jr.
Why am I? Yeah. No, you're a target, homie. You really are.
Because they jealous, homie. Don't let them judge you, homie.
Judge the shit out of you, bro.
You're a bitch. So anyway, just keep your mind open, man. I mean, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You never know what you can achieve if you sit there and you keep, you know, if you keep reciprocating the fact that you're afraid of certain things because of your past or your experiences and shit. At the end of the day, you're just gonna keep recycling that vicious cycle of your experience. Open your mind. Be willing to accept.
Positive. Also, no drugs.
I thought he was going to tell you about a great movie or, you know, a great album or something, but no, you know, be positive. Take chances.
So now for the asshole. I decided to get off my positive kick to plug some weed. And you're like, no, let me just go ahead and be enlightening here.
I'm waiting for the day that Beast is like, yo, jump on that shuttle to Mars. You never know. Take chances.
Yo, they ever give that opportunity. They ever
Listen,
give me the
we'll all be
choice.
on that first trip.
You present me with the choice, and I know what I'm taking.
Listen, yo, you should try this shit. It's amazing. Fuck that.
Yeah, he got all up on that mic like he got up on that sausage.
That's what it was, man. Hop on that shit.
All right, so I'm gonna bring us home. I got 2 recommendations. All right. First recommendation, guys. You know, we're not saying that everything we discussed tonight is law. It's the Bible. We're just saying, yo, be curious. There's nothing the matter with being a curious person. There's not. Why'd you have to smile like that, Obi? Ask questions. Don't be, you know, we're not saying what's right. We're not saying what's wrong. We're just saying always, whatever side of the story you're hearing, just remember there's always 3 sides to the truth. Yours, mine, and ours. You know, so hunting for answers is about, you know, just questioning your reality. And when you question it, you may come to the conclusion that reality is what it is. It may be Occam's razor. At the end of the night, it may be the most, you know, relevant and realistic answer is the right answer. But just don't settle and don't be force-fed, you know, anything. Challenge what you hear and what you see. It'll just make you a better person. It'll help you think. Outside of that, my next one is a musical group. 2 dudes from Brooklyn. Old school hip hop sound. Played it for Beast earlier in the whip as we were on our way. They're called the Sixers. The number 6 IXERS released their first single on Spotify like 2 days ago. So I'm pretty sure if we gave them some love on the stream, it probably wouldn't get us taken down. The song's called La Bamba.
La Bamba.
Yo, dope ass track. The video for it is going to be an anime video, so they shot a full anime video for this song. That's supposed to be released pretty soon. I think the album comes out next week.
I'm playing it right now.
But it's called the Sixers La Bamba. Can we give the stream a little love and let them hear that? Because I want everybody to go out and support old school hip hop. Support something that isn't glossy and flashy, because they were actually really dope. I heard it last night and I can't put the song down.
They are hearing it. From the time you started plugging it, I put it on there. So guys, we're just going to let it fade out on this one, y'all. Appreciate everyone for stopping through. It's been a fun night. We'll see everyone next week. We are Rotation TV, and we are fucking out, y'all. Fucking peace.
Deuces, y'all.
Peace.
Turn rappers to acrobatics. I hit them with automatics. Tempers a little backwards. When shit ain't adding up, then I'ma get to subtracting. I laugh when I let off at niggas. Yeah, I'm a bastard. Social studies. Approach your buddies. Woke the dummies. Fake it and poker money. Poking bears. I poke your bunnies. Spanish class. Best will be cool or kiss my ass. I punch you in your face. Pick a teeth about the grass. I caramba. Hit niggas with the La Bamba. That's the